multi-unit hair grafting gave me more hair in one procedure and within my budget.
You can grow your hair back with this exclusive new procedure. Call for a free evaluation. Call IHRS 904-777-IHRS 777-IHRS 777-4477.
Transform your bathroom with stunning shower glass from Sky Glass Solutions in Jacksonville Beach. For a free quote, call 904-608-5151 or visit skyglasssolutions.com.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
Good morning.
Good morning. Coogan Nation. Time to rise and shine and start your day with Duval Sports Media Big Steppers. Dan Hicken.
You know it!
Jeff Proctor.
It's a big deal.
Gosh, it sure is a big deal.
And E to the T.
E.T. is in the booth.
Rise and shine! Coogan. It's go time on a Wednesday morning. It's a hump day. Stump day. Get Smart John gets his a little over an hour from now. Shout out to our friends at Beach Roast Plumbing. Faithful Wednesday sponsors for any and all plumbing you need, emergencies or otherwise. It's Beach Roast Plumbing. Like family, Beach Roast is there. E, you better be awake. I got a good one for you right out of the gate here.
Talk to me.
This one, hey, look, hashtag women in sports. This comes from Mrs. P. She asked me a question yesterday that I hadn't really thought of, okay? And look, I don't need to tiptoe into the Danny's Dreamfinders Homes poll question of the day, right? It's a big hit early in the 7 o'clock hour. So, but I rarely, I don't want to step into his domain there. Every once in a while, I'll suggest a quickie poll. Man, I got a quickie poll today. I'd be really curious what the answer would be.
I'm listening.
So you can be respondent number one. This quickie poll is going to put the most ardent of Trevor supporters, a group I fall in, through the test. You ready? Super Bowl coming up in, a little less than 2 weeks now. You're the Jaguars. Right now, would you take Saquon Barkley or Patrick Mahomes?
Ooh.
Oof is right. That's why it's a doozy.
Ooh.
It's a good one. It's a good one.
But
You ain't got to answer. You ain't got to. The current Jaguars, as they stand, we ain't trading. You're not trading anything. As they sit, would you add Saquon Barkley or Patrick Mahomes?
I think I got an answer.
Okay, good.
You ready for it?
I am.
Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, I take Mahomes too. You're darn right I would. Good as Saquon Barkley is, as important he is as he's been, shoot, he may very well lead the Eagles to the Super Bowl. I don't know if it's the right answer. I don't know what the right answer is. I got to be honest.
I do.
It might not be.
A wise man once said, teams don't get better.
Oh no! If you get the go-to quarterback, maybe it's not as. It was just maybe it was more interesting than it was, because perhaps that does win in a landslide. Because again, I believe in Trevor. Like Tony Baselli spoke for him the other day. I'll just stand with that. I stand with Tony on Trevor.
Yeah.
But man, that's the GOAT, huh? Yeah, Mahomes everywhere on the text line. Design my lifetime and close. Just get you guys up and going and energized and engaged today. I needed to maybe give E a little pick-me-up from what happened to his guy last night.
Man, listen.
Do you think I'd be coming this early with that? Is that fair?
They was hitting me up on Twitter and
Were
everything
they?
about
Yeah,
that.
did you have the jersey on last night? Bronny made his first appearance since he got the jersey. And, it didn't go well. Let's just say he struggled. To the point that his coach, J.J. Redick, had to speak to the decision. Redick, after Bronny went 0 for 5 with 3 turnovers in 15 minutes last night in Philly, maybe put him in a tough spot, J.J. Redick said. Flying up yesterday, nationally televised game in Philly, all that stuff. He didn't play well. He's been playing great in the Stay Ready games. He's been playing great in the G League, and that's fair. Bronny is coming off his career high in the G League. Did you see what that was?
No.
He had 31.
Oh.
31. Look at you. 31 in a G League game.
Yeah.
But struggled mightily last night against Tyrese Maxey and the Sixers. And probably be it for a Bronny experiment for just at least a little while, or maybe find a better spot to put him in. I think that's the point that J.J. Redick was making. All right, on to and continuing with our Jaguars and where we stand. Still important decisions to be made, right? If you were ranking your interest in these personnel decisions that are coming, E, where does offensive coordinator rank? Right, third. GM, defensive coordinator, offensive coordinator, 3 important roles that are open. But because Liam Coen is going to call plays, because it's his offensive genius, quote unquote, hopefully that we've hired, he needs to be the Liam Coen offense. Period. End of story. No gray area. Not for a while. If you transition out of that at some point, that's way down the line with a lot more success than 0-0, which is the record we start with. So, yeah, offensive coordinator, and there's some names that are percolating there. And again, the Jags are being very transparent in who they are going to interview, who they have interviewed at both offensive and defensive coordinator. I don't know if that – I guess we'll see when that transparency when it comes to the GM. Have you seen any Jag-released GM interviews, E?
Not a single
thing.
thing.
I haven't either. So I wonder where we draw the line at transparency. But Nate Shieldhouse is an assistant with the Rams. Boy, he looks young. Man, he looks young. You see a picture of him?
No, I haven't.
Woo, looks like Yoda. Here, take the 15-foot walk rather than have to go searching for it online. Let's get you out. Look at that blood's flowing. He's got Patrick Mahomes now on the team. He's happy. He's excited. Look at him. That's my guy. Huh?
Oh, that is Yoda.
Yeah, isn't it a little bit?
See that picture.
Yeah, right. Young cat. Again, this transparently released from the Jaguars Twitter handle. We have completed an interview with Nate Shieldhouse for our offensive coordinator position. And this would seem to make a lot of sense. If there was one theme that you could take from Liam Coen's introductory press conference here in Jacksonville a couple days ago, it was his respect and appreciation and desire to mimic what the Rams have done, right? You felt that. In fact, we'll revisit one of Liam Coen's comments from that and just how much that Rams influence has affected who he is and who he wants to be as a head coach. It all starts with culture. He spoke to that. But coming up next segment, revisit Liam Coen's appreciation for what he learned in Los Angeles, a place where they won a Super Bowl. You know, a place where they won, had to rebuild, and that it didn't take long, right? The mindset in Los Angeles after they won the Super Bowl had to get rid of so much of that talent, right? So many of the main players on that Rams Super Bowl team from just a couple, 3 years ago. So many of those players are gone. And the Rams dipped to like 5-11 for a year, and that was it. And then they've bounced, they've added, they've drafted well, and lo and behold, here are the Rams. And I bet you Liam Coen would say that culture, that symmetry between everyone in the organization. You know, when it shows like this, it really matters. When it doesn't show, maybe you question what this mystical culture / symmetry is. But man, when it's in play, I think the Rams are right now a working example of what it can do to bridge you between, the Rams were in a good situation that they had a quarterback that they could count on. Matthew Stafford, the one constant through that. And sure, he's aging up and probably out here soon, and that'll be the next challenge for the Rams. But enough about the Rams. We'll return our attention to some of what Liam Coen said earlier in the week. We'll do that coming up next segment. Continue to pay attention to the Super Bowl. It's interesting. In this age of AI and analytics and stats, they just throw all kinds of statistical whoppers at you, won't they? And like the one interesting one that I saw, I think we've done this in the past, but this uniform run that we're on right now.
Oh, yeah.
Did you see this?
I haven't.
The white jerseys.
Okay.
The white jerseys are 16-4, I think, in the last 20. And the only 2 times in the last decade that the white jerseys have lost, guess who won? The red jerseys of the Chiefs. So, yeah, and the Chiefs have only lost in the – I don't know if they've even lost in the whites, right? Because they lost at home in their championship game losses to the Bengals and to the Patriots were both at home. I think maybe they lost in the whites maybe to the Bucks. I think they did have one in the whites. So, yeah, there you go. There's your odd Super Bowl note for the morning. Apparently, what color jersey you're wearing matters. I think it's more the logo on the sleeve. You know, that one with the arrowhead on it. How's the betting going to go here? You think people are going to back Kansas City as a slight favorite, super heavy, or do you think this is going to be kind of split 50-50 the way the Eagles are humming, especially coming off that 55-point outburst in the NFC Championship game?
It's going to be interesting, man.
Yeah. Eagles, what did we say? They were 1.5-point favorite? Man, when you've gone to the Super Bowl 5 of the last 6 years and you've won the trophy 3 times in that stretch, it's hard to bet against that success. Yeah, the very latest, it's a 1.5. That's where it opened. Boy, it's a high total. Those are 2 good defenses, 49.5. That's a lot of points for an NFL game. But, I mean, that would be 27-23. That kind of total would take it over. By the way, for what it's worth, ESPN does their own football power index. And according to their metrics, the Eagles should be favored by 2 with a 56% chance to win. Man, if you're talking about a 1 or 2 point spread or 50 to 55% chance to win in a National Football League game, you're literally talking about a coin flip. This is a coin flip game. So I think it'll probably come down to a big reason why each team won and advanced. Turnovers, mistakes. Commanders and Bills, they made them. Chiefs and Eagles, they didn't. What if we have a clean game, Lee, with very few penalties and no turnovers?
Ooh.
Triple overtime. That's one thing. This one can't end in a tie. Would it? Have we had? Yeah, we've had
Super Bowls that went into overtime.
Yeah, well, I know very painfully one that did. The Falcons-Patriots went into overtime.
Oh, 28-3?
Yeah, that went into overtime. They tied that game at the end, got the ball, drove right down, a touchdown. Falcons didn't get a chance. God, think about that. Good Lord, man. Be in Atlanta.
Up being 28-3, let them boys come back, dude. Tie it up, and then take it into overtime and win. You don't even get the ball. Oh, man.
Shanahan lost that game, man. Shanahan lost that game, and all that Brady Patriot magic. I don't know if you guys remember the players that played that game. Edelman caught it like his helmet, a quarter of an inch from the ground. It's ridiculous. That was like 4th down play, I think. It's ridiculous things like that. But at the end of the day, long story short, the Falcons were up like 6 or something. All they needed was a field goal. All they needed was run the ball, kick the field goal, take a 2-score lead. There'd been no time left. And they idiot Shanahan calls pass plays. They get sacked. They maybe even turned it over. I don't remember. I just remember they should have just run the ball. They're deep, man. They're at the 25. Running it on them, by the way. Nah, let's throw it. Oof. They outsmart themselves, Z. Your guy in Seattle certainly did that down around the goal line, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
All right, let's take our first time out. It's Beach Roast Plumbing Wednesday. Liam Coen and what a Super Bowl franchise like the Rams has meant on the effects of his career, the influence on him, all that and more. Happy to be up and at 'em with you. We got Get Smart John today. We're to the point of a Wednesday morning where your host here dumbly asked, is it a Murphy Power Hour today? I don't know. We'll see. I can't remember what Murph told us last week.
High school report.
We definitely have the high school report. Who we got today?
Oak Leaf basketball players.
Okay. Well, there we go. The hoops, there it is. With that and more, we return. You're listening to The Drill on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
1010XL's elite crime-fighting force.
Brave fighters from another time, another place.
Codename XL Primetime. 2 to 4 weekdays on 1010XL.
Do the Carver wiggle, 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 Carver wiggle.
It's the time of year all our customers love. At Garber Auto Mall, every 2024 must go. Take advantage of thousands in discounts on all new Chevy, Buick, GMC, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and Ford. Visit us in Green Cove Springs or at GarberAutomall.com. And remember, at Garber Auto Mall, there's always a little room for wiggle.
Garber wiggle, Garber wiggle, wiggle wiggle, Garber wiggle.
Interested in a unique date night? Gibby here. I took my wife Nikki to Wick a Candle Bar. She made her own custom candle right there in the store. Shop local at Wick a Candle Bar. Locations in San Marco and Jacks Beach.
It's a winter wonderland of big wins at Best Bet Jacksonville with our Winter Open Poker Tournament taking place now through February 2nd. Don't miss the action. Join us for your share of the ice-cold cash. With 8 series events and $500,000 in guarantees, the action is on, with satellites taking place daily into the championship main event. Visit bestbetjacks.com for more details, and we'll see you at the Winter Open. That's bestbetjacks.com.
Baloo here for Smoonez Vision. Why Smoonez Vision? Well, I've been with Dr. Neil Smoonez now since I got back to Jacksonville in 2006. 37 years of experience he has. Smoonez Vision is a family organization that focuses on personal high-quality medical and surgical eye care. Dr. Catherine Smoonez is fellowship-trained in cornea and cataract surgery and all refractive surgery. Combined, that's 30 years plus in laser eye surgery. Visit SmoonezVision.com today. Here you can see.
Integrity, persistence, and standing up for victims. It's what you want in a personal injury case and what my friend and lawyer Glenn Coen brings to every case for over 40 years. Call Glenn at Barnes & Coen.
The Electric Light Orchestra experience comes to the Jacksonville Center for Performing Arts Wednesday, February 5th as part of the FSCJ Artist Series. For a chance to win tickets, text ELO to the text line covered by Lifetime Flooring at 641-1010.
Bueller. Stay cooler with Bueller.
Hey, pal, what's the matter?
I don't know about this air conditioner, Jason.
You know, my job is actually to...
I mean, 1 minute it's working, and the next minute it's not working. And every time I leave the house, I don't know if I'm coming back to a nice, cool oasis or a steaming cesspool of sweaty garbage fumes and dog farts, and then I'll never get to sleep. And I'll be too late to call someone. And what if I've got a big meeting the next morning and I haven't slept a wink?
Okay, dude. Stay cool. Or at least stay cooler.
But
Bueller Air and Plumbing can figure out why your AC only works sometimes and not all the time. We fix that kind of stuff every day.
You mean you can...
Life moves pretty fast. If you spend all your time worrying about an air conditioner that can totally be fixed, you could miss it.
Stay cooler with Bueller.
Visit BuellerAir.com.
Aren't you just happy when you can handle all your needs in one location? Well, introducing Allstate agent Mandy Bowers in Mandarin. Whether it's home, life, business, or auto, Mandy covers it all. In fact, bundling policy is a great way to add extra savings. Mandy and her crew can do that. Allstate is offering lower auto insurance rates this year. Mandy can do that. You need to give Mandy Bowers a call in her Mandarin office, because when it comes to getting it all done under one roof, Mandy can do that.
Kick off the new year with a new look for your home. It's the Renewal by Andersen New Year's sales event. For a limited time, save 20% on their energy-efficient windows and patio doors, designed to keep your home comfortable all year. Plus, 0 down, no payments, and 0% interest for 12 months. Offer expires January 31st. Renewal by Andersen, proud partner of the Florida Gators. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com to schedule your free consultation.
License number CGC 1527613.
Hicken here with a message from Zero Res. Did you have people over for the holidays? Kids everywhere, dirt everywhere, all over the carpets, the rugs, the sofas, and chairs? Did the kitchen tile take a beating? Sounds like it's time to call my guys over at Zero Res. The Zero Res techs will get the house looking great again. Folks, if you need help cleaning up after the holiday, give Zero Res a call. Right now, 25% off carpet cleaning, 25% off upholstery cleaning. Zero Res. Spell it forwards. Zero Res. Spell it backwards. It's the right way to clean.
Zero Res.
Frank Frangie here for Stanley Pools. If you're dreaming of putting in a pool this year, choosing the right company is the most important decision you'll make. I've trusted Stanley Pools to build my pool, renovate my pool, and maintain my pool. Stanley Pools has been the best in the business since 1988, and they're still family owned. Call them today at 904-269-7277 or find them online at StanleyPoolsFL.com. That's Stanley Pools, a family tradition of fine swimming pools.
Your home is your sanctuary where memories are made. Jack's homeowners trust Superior Fence and Rail to make their home feel safe, secure, and complete. Imagine a classic wood fence for privacy, sturdy aluminum to protect your pets, or a modern vinyl design that boosts curb appeal. Every fence is built with precision and pride, standing strong in every season.
When you're on the fence, about the fence, SuperiorFenceandRail.com.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
It's a blend of everything, right? Where in terms of, as a young kid, watching him coach, watching my dad coach and seeing how he treated people, how he talked to the players, I was in all those locker rooms.
Yeah.
So you start to learn a fundamental idea of what you want it to look like as a young kid. And then you start to learn, right? You start to get with some of these coaches you mentioned, with Mark Whipple, Phil Estes, Don Brown, and get into it with Sean and be around some of the guys that were in that building with Sean and I. It's pretty special, right? It's pretty special to be able to see. But that's what it comes down to, is pulling pieces from all of those different systems and offenses and say, okay, this is what you want it to look like. And I think that's what it ultimately became.
That's Liam Coen sitting down with the Frangie Show Monday afternoon after his introductory press conference. You know, he has said last couple of days that he feels the pieces are in place here. This isn't a rebuild. He's excited about Trevor Lawrence and Brian Thomas Jr. and it recognizes, like the rest of us, yet the previous administration was never able to admit that the lines of scrimmage got to be a lot better. You know, it's not time to worry about hurt feelings and draft position. Get the 5 best up front and start mauling somebody, man. He mentioned in passing Sean McVay's pretty clear from what we've heard from Liam Coen already, his time there with the Rams, and he has been with them twice in different roles. It really left a mark on him.
My dad right here, in terms of the mindset, he was a play caller. He was an offensive, designer, and he always instilled the players over plays mentality. And then you go to Brown with Phil Estes, to UMass with Mark Whipple, and then continue to go. And then, I think getting to the Rams and with Sean, that was where I learned truly the game, I think, in a lot of ways, right? Got my, if you will, PhD in coaching and learned at a different level. To be around him, the Kevin O'Connells, the Zach Taylors, those guys, the Matt LaFleurs, to be around them, to see how they operated. This is the way I would like to do things. You're always going to have your own twist on it, but I'm proud to say I'm in the Sean McVay tree.
Well, and you should be. Those guys that he mentioned, you would take their successes right now, wouldn't you? Now, look, they haven't won Super Bowls yet, but if you look up in 3 or 4 years and the Jags have done what the Vikings have done under Kevin O'Connell, you going to be happy with that? With that progress? If you look up and they've done what the Packers have done under Matt LaFleur through a lot of injury stuff in a tough division, would you take that? And by the way, LaFleur transitioning quarterbacks, right? He's kept the Packers winning, going from Aaron Rodgers, an all-time icon, to an untested young quarterback in Jordan Love. Would you take Zach Taylor? It's easy to make fun of him. Went to the freaking Super Bowl. Beat Andy Reid and the Chiefs in Kansas City. Haven't seen the Bills and Ravens or anybody else do that. Not since Brady was playing for the Patriots, in fact. So that's pretty impressive. It's a pretty impressive legacy in front of you. You know, it is. So hopefully we can follow those. I'll take it. Sign me up right now. Have those teams been perfect? Have they marched to the Super Bowl? No. Well, yeah, one of them did, in fact. And let's get a fresh set of young guys from that Rams tree, because let me ask you, how's Zach Taylor done with Joe Burrow? A to F. How's Zach Taylor done with Joe Burrow?
Oh, pretty well.
Yeah, A. That's an A, if not A+. You couldn't ask any more of him in the offense. How's Matt LaFleur done with Jordan Love?
Looking pretty good over
It's
there.
an A. That's an A. This is a rookie that replaced Aaron Rodgers. And is he a finished product? Is inconsistent, right? Those things you're dealing with. But so far, so good. How'd Kevin O'Connell do with Sam Darnold?
Business is booming over there.
Yeah. Sounds like this tree that McVay is producing fruit off of, sounds like they're pretty good quarterbacks. Sounds like that could be pretty good news here. Not trying to paint too bright a picture. He's not either of those three guys. But it speaks well that that's who he hangs with. That's his peer group. So, interesting. Text line coming in hot to the point, E.
Caliente?
I'm not scared. And Jeff's from the text line, Design My Lifetime Enclosures. In Jeff's opinion, who are the worst all-time Jags at these positions?
Ooh.
Quarterback, head coach, GM. Quarterback, head coach, GM. Oof. Man, I mean, the GM, you almost just got to give TL to everyone after Coughlin. Shaq Harris probably the best of that group, and they've just seemed to have gotten progressively worse. I think I'd have to go back and really research who exactly was when and where. None of them left a good taste in your mouth.
Okay.
I got to answer those, so I'm going to say, let's come back. Coach is Gus Bradley, man. I'm sorry. Nicest guy in the world. He's historically bad as a coach, and along with, I guess I'm going to just tie the three together. I mean, they produced the worst era of NFL football. I mean, Gus Bradley's record as a head coach with a minimum amount of starts is like the worst in the history of the league. Blaine Gabbert, for the amount of quarterback starts, like the worst winning percentage in the history of the league. I got to go Gabbert, Bradley, and Caldwell for putting it all together. Now that Caldwell outlasted those guys and gets credit for 17. All of them, except for Gene Smith, had a playoff team. Right? Was Shaq Harris still here in 08? Yeah, was he? Or was that Gene yet? It's hard to keep up, man. They all make mistakes. Shaq Harris should have taken Terrell Suggs. He had Mark Brunell, and he drafted Byron Leftwich. I mean, think about that. Brunell, by the way, went on to have another 5-6 productive years. In fact, I think was, for a long time, the last Washington quarterback to QB a victory in the playoffs.
Shaq Harris is 03 to 08.
Yeah, so through that last 08, I don't know if he went before that playoffs, probably before that play. I don't know who gets credit there. None of them have done anything sustained except for Tom Coughlin in any of those categories, right? If you're going best, the sad thing is, if you're going best head coach, best GM, the answer in both those columns is Tom Coughlin.
Yeah, yep.
And he left 20-something years ago. And we've spun a lot of wheels since then. Gabbert, unequivocally the worst quarterback we've ever employed.
Easy.
I mean, just not even. And he's gone on to steady himself. And as a backup, he wouldn't look like the worst quarterback we've ever employed. But he is undoubtedly the worst quarterback. And Gus Bradley, I mean, nicest guy in the world. Let's go fishing and have a beer. Let's talk ball. Let's watch the game. I'll root for you everywhere you go. Just the record speaks for itself, man.
Gus over Urban?
Speaks for itself. Urban was too short. Urban was more of just a mistake than he didn't have enough time to be the worst. Worst hire? Urban. Worst coach? Gus.
Fair.
So, gosh, I don't know which GM to go here, man. It's just they're all terrible. They've all been terrible. When you go all that time, when you go those 20 years, these bad quarterbacks and coaches that we're mentioning, guess who brought them in? These GMs you're asking me to parse through. Oof, got to pick one, huh? Just because he owns that same, he chose that quarterback and GM, and it was terrible. And then even though 17 came, it came with such toxicity that you hadn't put together a good group. So I'm going to go Caldwell. I'm going to give it a clean sweep to that dreadful period of Jaguars football that when it came to winning, losing, it's never been worse. And good dudes. People love Dave Caldwell. They love Gus Bradley. Nice guys. You run into them around town. Nice as can be. hard workers. Some of this stuff, especially on the GM side, is luck, man. You're down to 2-3 players. You spin the wheel and it lands on the wrong one, and 2 picks later, they take Richard Sherman. All right, I'm going to be dropping in these little Super Bowl notes that I find to be interesting. I thought the white uniform was a little bit interesting. 16-4 in the last 20. I got a real bad news, though, for Jalen Hurts and the Eagles. Really bad news.
Yeah, they're playing the Chiefs.
Well, yes. You're on the right street. You haven't pulled into the driveway yet.
Okay.
Specifically, he has to play against Patrick Mahomes.
Mm-hmm.
More specifically, he has to play against Patrick Mahomes again. Let me remind you of quarterback rematches in the Super Bowl. The most recent happened in 2008 and 2012. Tom Brady and Eli Manning matched up. Eli won both meetings.
Crazy.
Prior to that, 1993-94, Troy Aikman and the Cowboys met Jim Kelly and the Bills. The Cowboys won both of those matchups.
Mm-hmm.
Before that, it was 1976 and 1979. Terry Bradshaw and the Steelers matched up with Roger Staubach and the Cowboys. The Steelers and Terry Bradshaw won both those games. History seems to show if 2 quarterbacks rematch in a Super Bowl, the guy who won the first one is fixing to win another one. It's happened the only other 3 times there's been a rematch. Bradshaw over Staubach twice, Aikman over Kelly twice, Brady over Manning, or Manning over Brady twice. You're listening to The Drill. It's a Beach Roast Plumbing Wednesday.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
This is Brent Musburger's Visa in Action update on 1010XL. Brought to you by Duck Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic, and Air Conditioning. When you're stuck, call the Duck. Proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Florida State, a 10-point home favorite with Virginia Tech at Tucker Center today. The Hokies looking to end a 3-game losing streak. The total 143. Jacksonville has won 7 straight. They're laying 2.5 at home with Florida Gulf Coast today. 135.5 the total at Swisher Gymnasium. Stetson has won 3 straight. They're a 10-point dog at North Florida. 164.5 the total. In the Southeastern Conference today, top-ranked Auburn, a 12-point favorite at LSU. 149 the total. The Pete Maravich Assembly Center in Baton Rouge. At number 4, Alabama laying 1.5 on the road at Mississippi State. $250 bonus and you open up a GBank Visa signature card. Visa.com/GBank. Mike Sennett, 1010XL.
New Year's resolutions. But let's be honest, by February, that gym membership is just a $50 a month guilt trip.
So why not take that cash and finally fix your leaky faucet, unclog that drain, or tune up your AC?
Duck Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic, and Air Conditioning has your back. Start the year fresh. No leaks, no clogs, no excuses.
It's a resolution you'll actually keep.
Call Duck Duck Rooter at 904-862-6769 today. Because when you're stuck, call the Duck. Right now, get $50 off any service of $150 or more.
Rev up your life with luxury at Vaughn Motor Group on San Jose Boulevard. Right now, used car prices are 12% lower than their peak in April of 2022, making this the perfect time to drive home in a dream car. Specializing in luxury used vehicles, offering you elegance at prices that are finally coming back down to earth. See special listings in the newspaper every Saturday or online at VaughnMotorGroup.com for a complete inventory listing. If you can dream it, you can drive it at Vaughn Motor Group.
Before the Great American Race on Sunday, the high banks of Daytona heat up with a Saturday night showdown in the NASCAR Xfinity Series. Experience the intense competition up close on the sport's biggest stage to kick off the 2025 season. The NASCAR Xfinity Series at Daytona International Speedway, Saturday, February 15th. Tickets start at just $49, and kids 12 and under are free in general admission. Secure your seats now at DaytonaInternationalSpeedway.com.
DivorceMenOnly.com. This is Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Our firm specializes in representing men in family law. That's all we do. That's our only focus. We can help with all of your family law needs, such as divorce, custody, alimony, and child support. For over a decade, we have helped thousands of men with these types of issues. We even have an appellate division ready to challenge a judge's ruling. If you need a family law attorney, go to DivorceMenOnly.com. DivorceMenOnly.com. Offices, Jacksonville.
You don't have to be
be a football star to get a signing bonus. The team at Republic Services needs your skills, and they're paying up to $5,000 for you to join the roster. You'll be joining a winner. As an essential business, the Republic Services trucks have not stopped rolling with hourly and weekly pay and better benefits and vacation packages than the rest of the league. Driver trainees, $1,000 sign-on bonus. CDL drivers, $3,000. Diesel mechanics, $5,000 bonus. Join the winning team at Republic Services today. Visit republicservices.com.
Equal opportunity employer.
1010XL's running game takes a giant step forward.
Well, Fred Taylor is the whole package.
Fred Taylor joins Dan and Jeff on the drill. Monday morning running back with Fred Taylor is fueled by Epstein and Robbins and Monahan Jewelers.
Yo, it's your boy E to the T here with my book, and our listeners have been killing it, and we're now set for the final stretch of the road to New Orleans. My bookie is the one book that got your back. No fluff, no second guessing, just straight up action. Does your other sports book pay out when you push on a bet? My bookie does. And if you're new to the game and not sure where to start, we've got you covered. Step it up and use our promo code 1010XL, and that'll double your bankroll with a 50% deposit bonus right from jump. Here's a pro tip that'll get you rolling. The big game prop bets are going to be plentiful. So take a hard look at player props and those wacky big game props, and stack that with my bookie risk-free Thursday. So what you waiting for? There's a new risk-free odds boost every Thursday. To find the bet, click the Bet Boost tab and scroll down. If it hits, you win. If it doesn't, forget about it. My bookie refunds you your money back. Sign up now, use my promo code 1010XL, and they'll give you a 50% deposit bonus. It's the best sign-up bonus in Florida for bettors. The road to New Orleans is here for the big game. Bet anything, anytime, anywhere with my bookie. Come on, somebody.
Rick Ballou for Carlson Dental. You know, I've been telling you this for quite some time because it's true. I hate going to the dentist, or at least I used to hate going to the dentist. I had total anxiety, and then I tried sedation, light sedation for cleaning and deep sedation as well for cavities and root canals. Folks, it's an incredible experience. So don't be nervous. Don't be scared. Go to carlsondentalgroup.com. That's carlsondentalgroup.com for all of your dental needs.
Yo, this is Tony from Tony D's. Are you looking for a great slice of pizza? Well, we have about 12 varieties. Most places won't have slices of pizza after lunch. At Tony D's, you can get a slice all day. It's always fresh at Tony D's Pizza. Bay Meadows and 295.
Attention skilled electricians. Are you undervalued at your current company? Time to step up to the bigger projects and better opportunities. Join the team at Miller Electric Company, a trusted name in the industry for over 96 years. At Miller, we tackle the biggest projects in the city, offering not just a job, but an experience, top-notch pay, unbeatable benefits, and the best working environments in the business. Please join the team that values your skills and rewards your hard work. Elevate your career to new heights. Apply today at millercareers.com, an equal opportunity employer.
Hi, I'm Mac with Baker Glass. If you've got fogged up windows, let me help. We'll replace them with clear, insulated units that brighten up your home. People say we're fast, friendly, and reliable. Just check out our Google reviews. Call me today. Baker Glass. No one treats you better.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
I mean, we can have long, deep conversations when it comes to identifying the worst this and the worst that in Jaguars history. Somebody pointed out Gene Smith once drafted Brian Anger 3 spots before Russell Wilson went to Seattle, and that's true. It is not, though, the most egregious. What year was Russ drafted? What was the Jags situation? Had they just taken Gabbert a couple of years before? Is that what year was Russ? E. Go to Russell Wilson's draft for me. Let's have a little fun with the Google machine this morning. He's like, can't I just play my music in, man? I mean, Hicken's going to run me into the ground with this, that, and the other. Can you just let me play my music in? What, your Google machine doesn't work, he says?
Russ is 2012.
Okay, so 2012. Pull up that draft for me. And so, yeah, it's very well noted that the Jaguars, what a mistake. They took Brian Anger, a punter, 3 spots before Russell Wilson. I'm going to assume then that we're coming off of Gabbert's rookie year. We've just drafted a quarterback in the top 10. Yeah, that's egregious, just like it was for however many teams to pass on Tom Brady. He went in round 6. So if we want to go find the place where the Jaguars drafted somebody 3 picks before a quarterback, we ain't got to trifle with Russell Wilson. Let's just all go back to 3 picks before Brady. Anywho, same draftee, go down to the 5th round.
Jags 5th round pick?
Yeah. Who was it?
Let's see. This is the 3rd, 4th, 5th. Let's see here. Jacksonville.
Let me see if this is the draft. It may not be the exact same draft. It may be the next one, but I think this is the one.
Jacksonville, Brandon Marshall.
Okay, no. Then what about round 6? What round did Sherman go in? Do you remember that?
Sherman was a 5th round draft.
Okay, then it's okay. Then go to what year did he come? The year after Russ?
Let's see.
Because if he did, go to Sherman's draft now. So we've already identified Brian Anger going 3 picks ahead of Russell Wilson. After, by the way, the team had just taken a guy in the top 10, right around the top 10 the year before. So quarterback was
Sherman was 2011.
Okay, so 2011. Go to Sherman's 5th round and tell me who the Jaguars drafted in round 5. Let's go apples to apples here. I mean, it's apples to oranges. Punter, quarterback. You just drafted a rookie quarterback. It just was not in play at all. No one's radar. Let's go to round 5 though of that year's draft. You got a Jags pick for me?
4, 5 Jags.
Mm-hmm. Here he goes, ladies and gentlemen. Moment of truth. The big reveal.
Rod Isaac.
Rod Isaac. What position does he play?
Defensive back.
Yeah, he's a cornerback. Where? MTSU? Is that where it was? Where's he from, Rod Isaac?
Middle Tennessee State.
Middle Tennessee State University. There's Rod Isaac. What pick was he,
147.
Okay, keep scrolling down. And to stop when you get to Richard Sherman. Tell me what pick he was.
Richard Sherman, 154.
Yeah. Now we're apples to apples. They took Rod Isaac 7 picks before Richard Sherman. You can all table. Gene Smith took Brian Anger 3 picks before Russell Wilson. Put that one to bed. That ain't nothing. No. He took Rod Isaac 7 picks before Richard Sherman. Apples to apples, friend. Cornerback to cornerback. So yeah, there's a big things to talk about when we're talking about misses, right? We've just had far too many. Man, there's just continuing bubbling angst in Gainesville over Billy Napier not hiring a play caller. And I've seen some portrayals that, or again, I'm behind the times here. The standards for writing a column are different now, right? Because just young people and journalists, whatever, the platforms, they just throw it out there like they're speaking colloquially with their friends, sitting around the dorm room in some cases. And I think they get way ahead of themselves. I do think that the patience and perspective of the younger generation of sports fans is just way off. You guys are always going to be disappointed. This expectation that you draft someone, he's a Hall of Famer winning titles immediately. This expectation that your team is always good. This player always hit. This guy sucks or this guy's great, depending on what they did last night. You're always going to be disappointed. So be forewarned. And so I think some of the descriptors that are used in Billy Napier's not moving on this, not hiring an offensive coordinator and handling the play calls, I think in some cases it's a little bit overstated. I'll stop short of saying that I disagree with it. I think you can disagree. I think you can disagree with the notion that, Billy Napier's offenses aren't any good, aren't productive. They're not where you want them to be, where, Gator fan has seen the best Gator teams when they transpire, when they develop, they play offense, man. Whether it's Steve Spurrier's fun and gun or, Tebow and Harvin and Urban and those schemes. They don't have it numbered here, but Florida's total offense last year was 386.9 a game, which is just behind Colorado State and just ahead of Maryland. It's 2 behind Georgia State and 2 ahead of Arkansas State. You're not going to get rich in college football down there. Let me see where it would fall in the SEC real quick. That would be, there's Missouri, so that's a 1. There's Georgia, that's 2. There's Texas A&M, that's 3. There's South Carolina, that's 4. There's Alabama, that's 5. There's Auburn, that's 6. There's LSU, that's 7. There's Tennessee, that's 8. There's Arkansas, that's 9. By the way, I will say this. Top offenses didn't necessarily translate to top teams. Arkansas wasn't any good, and neither was Auburn. But we're at 9 already. Ole Miss, there's 10. Florida was 11th in the SEC last year in offense. So the notion that they shouldn't, or that Billy Napier shouldn't be hiring a play caller, he shouldn't get an offensive coordinator, it's not unfounded that he should be looking in that direction. They're just kind of a middle of the pack and bottom of the pack in the SEC. But all the staff moves that have been made, none have involved hiring a new play caller. It doesn't seem like there will be. Here, the offense in and of itself, I think when it's humming, it's okay. I don't think the play calls are that awful. I think they do show some creativity. They find what's working and exploit it when the personnel does its part. But of the weaknesses that you can determine in what you've seen from Billy Napier so far, okay? Thinking on the spot, in the action, ranks near the top. And what calling plays does is just give you another whole set of things to be thinking about all the time. So at some point, as a great, listen, if you had the number 2 offense, if you were Lane Kiffin, I'd get it, man. If you're throwing out 550 yards, there's no need to change offensive coordinators. If you're 11th in the SEC, probably time, if you're a great head coach, to go find an incredible offensive mind who's going to really up your production. And I have found myself going from the Billy Napier apologist from the offense and the necessity to get an offensive coordinator. I'm being swayed not by the real, hyperbolic language that, some of these opinion columns will give you, but just by the numbers here. 11th in the SEC is not getting it done, man. Got DJ Lagway. Are you capable of allowing this guy to flourish? It wasn't Eddie O at LSU. It was Joe Brady. So, sometimes you got to be big enough to admit where you can get better, even if it steps on some of your comfort. Fire up the band. We got a football fix. Let's get some news and notes here. Welcome my man Hick to the festivities. The football fix brought to you by the home course at Jonesy Creek Golf Club. Tee it high and let it fly with my friends at the home course and Allstate agent Mandy Bowers in Mandarin. Home, life, business, auto, bundle it all up. Mandy and her team will set you straight and most likely save you money. Mike McCarthy, the only thing left now is the Saints. Is that correct?
Uh-huh.
All right, so let me give you as it stands with the Saints. Cliff Kingsbury's taking himself out of the process. I'm not saying he would have got the Saints job. His name is one of the qualified candidates left. It's been linked there some, at least through the rumor mill. So he's going to stay in Washington as their OC. Mike McCarthy is just going to shift his focus to the 26 hiring cycle. So McCarthy and the Cowboys parted ways. There had been talk that he could land in New Orleans. Man, I think coaches take a good look at that New Orleans situation with an aging quarterback. It's not a great roster. But McCarthy and Kingsbury cross them off any potential hirings for the New Orleans Saints. Chuck Pagano, the former Colts head coach, actually a pretty good head coach for the Colts. He was aligned with Andrew Luck for most of their careers and had cancer. He's had to retire from the game, I think, a couple of times. He's unretired to join John Harbaugh's staff in Baltimore. The Cowboys have their new defensive coordinator. He's former Bears head coach, Matt Eberflus, who was formerly DC at Indy before he took the Chicago job. All right, we got some Pro Bowl replacements at the quarterback, and I think this sums up the state of the Pro Bowl and what having Pro Bowl on your resume means. Three guys here were added. One of them deserves to be called a Pro Bowler. The other two just don't. Welcome to the Pro Bowl, representing the AFC at quarterback. Russell Wilson and Drake May is what I think of the dominant AFC quarterbacks this year. Meanwhile, over in the NFC, Jaden Daniels is out. Baker Mayfield replaces him, and Baker Mayfield is a more than worthy Pro Bowler. May becomes the Patriots' first Pro Bowl quarterback since, you know who? Who was the last Patriots Pro Bowl quarterback?
Mac
It
Jones.
was Mac Jones after his rookie season in 2021.
He did a mean gritty after he scored a touchdown.
Yes, he did. That's right. Mac's got a little personality.
He does.
Bill Belichick's son is out as a Patriots assistant, so as Gerard Mayo goes, so goes Belichick's son. But I guess Vrabel said, nah. The Browns say they're not going to trade defensive end Myles Garrett. What do you know? Smart thinking coming out of Cleveland. That's Football Fix. You're welcome. Hicken and Ravel more come your way next. It's a Beach Roast Plumbing Wednesday on The Drill.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. 1010XL's Dan Hicken dominated Folio Weekly's Best of 2024. Best TV sports anchor, Dan Hicken. Best radio sports anchor, Dan Hicken. Best radio sports show starring Dan Hicken. 1010XL, the home of Dan Hicken. Now you can watch 1010XL shows all day on X, Facebook, and YouTube. Brought to you by MyBookie. Experience Vegas from the comfort of your phone anytime, anywhere. Sign up today. Use promo code 1010XL.
Is your dog Team Rough or Team Fluff? It's officially Puppy Bowl season at Dogtopia Jacksonville Beach Boulevard. They're getting MVPs, most valuable pups, ready for the big game. Your dog deserves a tail-wagging day of fun, and Dogtopia's indoor playrooms are the perfect training ground for their game day moment. Get your dog in on all the action by visiting Dogtopia Jacksonville, Beach Boulevard, and St. John's Bluff. New to the pack? Enjoy a free day of daycare. Mention Puppy Bowl when booking to claim the offer.
Are you 18 years or older, just got married, just got divorced, or have children? Listen up. Have you done your last will and estate planning? You have questions? Call Matt Hinson with the Hinson Law Firm. Reach him at 527-1700. Office is Jacksonville, Florida. And don't let the state decide your fate.
Man, jack of all trades, masters of none? It just feels like at every turn nowadays, every company can do all work. Not us. Hi, Stevie Beachurst here, second-generation plumber right here in Jacksonville, Florida. We are your master plumbing company that only focuses on all your plumbing needs. So for your next plumbing job, don't call another Jack. Call Beachurst Plumbing, where plumbing is what we do and plumbing is what we're great at. Beachurst Plumbing, here to help.
Home of the Jacksonville Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Let me get this thing unwrapped here.
Praz, what in the world are you doing working on your Duval?
That's right, man. I really identify with Duval.
You live in St. John's County, knucklehead.
I mean the Duval sub, the Daily Stash Duval. Turkey, ham, melted cheddar, and habanero jack cheeses. Lettuce, tomato, crispy and fresh, you know, like me. I'm sure there's a Daily Stash sub that sums you up.
The boss.
Because, of course.
Oven roasted beef, Munster cheese, roasted mushrooms, caramelized onions. It's the boss of all subs. Only available for me.
That's just not true.
What do you mean? I walked in the other day, screamed, "You know it!" and said, "A boss for a boss."
Well, no matter who you are, there is a Daily Stash sandwich or sub for you.
Go find yours. They may even make you a boss.
I'm sure they will, because it is Daily Stash.
Where more is better.
And you got that right.
Good teachers and coaches get the most out of their scholar athletes. That's why 1010XL salutes the Scholar Athlete of the Week.
Brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
And the Plumbers and Pipe Fitters Local Union 234.
Wednesdays on The Frangie Show.
This is Hayes Carline here to help you break free from the chains of pest infestation. The talk of this town is Kingfish Pest Control. By now, many of your neighbors have already joined the Kingfish Revolution, leaving their homes and lawns protected and pest-free. Now it's your turn. Call Kingfish Pest Control and say goodbye to termites, ants, mosquitoes, and other annoying pests. Trust me, you'll get exceptional service and understand why your neighbors and I use Kingfish Pest Control, proud partner of the Jaguars.
Texting privacy policy and terms and conditions posted at textplan.us. Texting enrolls for recurring automated text marketing messages. Message and data rates may apply. Reply stop, opt out. Consult a doctor prior to use.
Wow, you look amazing. What have you been doing?
I'm sure you've heard of Ozempic, Wegovy, and the other GLP-1 medications, right? Well, I found this great company called Zelfie. If you qualify, their providers can prescribe medications like Ozempic and Wegovy and other GLP-1 medications that are 80 to 90% less less expensive, all 100% online.
I can get GLP-1 medications for 80 to 90% less and do it all online? No doctor's office or pharmacy?
Yes, Zelty can provide semaglutide or tirzepatide, the active ingredients in Ozempic and other expensive GLP-1s, but for 80 to 90% less and shipped directly to your door.
How do I get started with Zelty?
Just send them a text.
Text CORE to 200-300 to get started today with Zelty. Get the same active ingredients in Wegovy or Ozempic, but for 80 to 90% less and 100% online. Don't wait. Text CORE to 200-300 right now for a link to your exclusive offer. Text CORE to 200-300. That's CORE to 200-300. CORE to 200-300.
Brian and Angela Wall here with Window World. By now, everyone has heard about saving money on their energy bills. There are all sorts of things you can do to cut energy costs, but most people don't think about their windows.
But Window World knows that the biggest energy loss in almost every home is the windows. There is more energy loss from old builder-grade windows than just about anything else in your home.
You can upgrade your heating and air, your appliances. That's good too. But before you do all that, upgrade your windows to Window World's energy-efficient windows.
Window World's windows are easy to clean, energy efficient, and have the best guarantee in the business.
Window World's slogan is simply the best for less, and we mean it. You get great American-made windows, and you get to keep more of your money when you buy from Window World. Need any more reasons to buy your windows from Window World? Call them today and set up your free in-home estimate, or go online to windowworldneflorida.com.
Window
World,
simply the best for less.
Thank you for your business.
Window World also offers energy-efficient doors.
This is Burton Cummings, the voice of a generation. Burton Cummings, 60th Anniversary Hits Tour, February 5th at Florida Theater, with special guest Jim Messina. Burton Cummings and his band, 60th Anniversary Hits Tour. Tickets on sale now at floridatheater.com.
AA Automotive helps keep your vehicle in dependable and safe condition. Call Sam, Harry, or Joe, and they'll check your brakes, tires, fluids, electric, and motor, so your ride runs smooth on the road. That's AA Automotive on Richard Street.
Here's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, sponsored by Riddled Wellness. Jaguars are providing an opportunity for fans to hear from Coach Liam Coen on Thursday from 6 to 8 at Everbank Stadium. Admission is free, however, fans must register in advance for tickets at jaguars.com/Coach Coen. The NFL world is reacting to the Jaguars' addition of new head coach Liam Coen. The NFL Network's Rich Eisen remarked on it, despite the awkwardness of the hire, it's about results.
The guy wins football games and turns Trevor Lawrence around. Guess what? We're not remembering any of this stuff.
In the East Coast Hockey League, the Jacksonville Icemen on the road Tuesday evening in Orlando faced off against the Solar Bears. After winning the first two games, the Icemen took the loss from Orlando. Next up is the Savannah Ghost Pirates on Friday at home. And that's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. I'm Sam Nelson.
Currently it's 7 a.m. and it's 44 degrees. Your time and your temp is brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Ladies and gents, please put your hands together as Dan Hicken enters the studio.
Oh, yeah! Mm-hmm.
Guess what day
Uh-huh. Let me think.
Guess what day is it?
It's 29?
Anybody?
Thinking here. Maybe Mike knows.
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
Oh, wait a minute. You know it! Yes, sir! Hey!
Yo!
What day is it?
I thought Mike said it's hump day!
Yeah!
I'm going to go deaf doing this show.
Woo! What's that?
I'm going to go deaf doing this.
Huh?
I fell for it.
Yeah!
What a rube.
Good to be here on a hump day.
We knock the hump out of it. It's what we do.
Knocking out January. Even less than wondering how a head coach is going to be. Just trying to figure out how a defensive coordinator is going to be. But I do love the introductory press conference for the defensive coordinator. Jeff asked me a question.
Coach.
Yes, sir.
How do you plan on improving
What's your name, young man?
It's Jeff.
Hey, Jeff.
Yeah, one of the worst defenses in the league.
Yeah, we got a lot of work to do. I'll tell you that. But one thing I can promise, we are going to play fast, we are going to play aggressive, and we are going to get after it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you will.
Okay. Anything else?
No, that sums it up.
Yeah.
I've heard that before. I've heard that one before.
We will affect the quarterback.
That's what they do. They all affect them.
Yeah.
So just give me a guy who's going to do that.
Yeah. We just need a guy who's going to affect the quarterback.
Yeah, one of these guys will.
Fast, aggressive.
Sure, we're going to be aggressive.
We are going to strike the ball
We're
carrier.
going to fly to the ball.
We will strike. There will be 11 men at the ball.
We're going to play good fundamental football. We're going to tackle.
Yes.
Sure.
Tackling's kind of a lost art, Jeff.
Yeah. Now tackling has just become throw your body into the guy and hope it knocks him down.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I've never seen more tackling with no arms involved in the history of the sport.
The punch. I like the punch now.
I think that they might need to make the punch illegal.
Make the punch illegal?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know where else in the game you get free reign to walk up to a guy and, oh, gosh, I'm sorry, I accidentally hit you right on the elbow.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know, man. I think it's going to, at some point, it's going to happen. They're going to go punching that quarterback. I hit him on the funny bone. UCL surgery later. We got issues.
One of the Googans, I know you can't, one play is only one play, but yesterday we were talking about Deion Walker from Kentucky. He's like a Stroud Henderson size guy. He's at the Senior Bowl. And
you wanted him just yesterday.
Just yesterday, I was raving about him. And like, he didn't have that great year. Like, he was higher rated the year before. Right. And so
I think it's preseason all SEC.
One of the Googans sent me a rep he had in a little
at the Senior Bowl.
Yeah, a little O-line, D-line. It's UNC offensive lineman Willie Lampkin. He's 5'10", 270. He's stoning the 6'7", 340-pound Deion Walker.
Like David and Goliath. Sounds like we want the offensive lineman.
Give me Willie.
Yeah, we'll take him.
I don't want Deion anymore. That's how fast
like the famous. That's like the famous story that Shaq Harris used to tell. And he told me, and I'll tell the really quick version. But he sends a guy. A guy wants to become a scout for him, so he sends him to scout defensive ends. All right, I'm gonna send you to scout defensive ends, but to bring me back the best one. The first end goes. He tries hard, but he can't quite get. But he never gives up to the whistle. The second one tries. He slips. He blames the turf condition and wants to go again. The third guy gets blocked all the way and then gets into a fight with a tackle. So who does he take back? He takes the tackle back. That's who takes the guy that he's stunning, and that's what these scouts have to do sometimes.
Yeah. So we'll see.
So we're on board with the UNC offensive lineman.
That's what
we're telling you.
8th round.
What is your Dream Finders Holmes poll question today?
Oh, look at you.
Well, I want to add. I don't want to do a quickie poll, but I have just a personal poll for you. Just a one-question poll.
All right.
Mrs. P asked me a question last night.
All right.
Hashtag women in sports. Hashtag Brittany.
Our Dream Finders Homes poll question of the day brought to you by Dream Finders Homes, the official home builder of the Jaguars, Gators, and PGA Tour. Liam Coen says the 2024 Jags were not a 4-win team.
Okay.
So looking back, how many should they have won?
Okay, that's a good question. I like that.
Should they have won 10+ in the AFC South? Were they 9-8 at best, 6 or 7 wins? Or he's wrong, 4, maybe 5.
6 or 7. They should have won. They could. Now you want to change should to could, and we'll talk about those high ends. But yeah, they had their games. They like you could say they should have won the Miami game.
Okay.
And there's others. There's others we can find.
He's wrong.
I'm wrong.
He's wrong.
Oh yeah.
They were 4.
They are
5.
Yeah. Well, you are what you are. That's fair.
Yeah. Okay.
But I think he's also including now. In fairness, this isn't a 4-win team. Well, he's playing half the year with no Trevor, no Kirk, no Ingram. I mean, if you got all those guys, it's not a 4-win team. Agreed?
Yeah.
They never have been. They weren't the other previous 2 years.
Yeah.
But remember when we signed Mac Jones and it was a big deal?
Yeah, because he was going to upgrade the room.
Right.
He was going to help us grab a couple dubs while Trev was out.
They did win 2.
Against Tennessee.
Yeah, beat them twice.
Woo,
Trust me.
600 votes in, very close. 10+ AFC South, 25.7. 6 or 7 wins, 23.9. So kind of a disagreement amongst the Googans right now. 41% say 9-8 at best again. 10% saying what he said. He's wrong, 4, maybe 5. You can vote at Dan Hicken. He's posted as well.
In fairness, I think you could go to every fan of every NFL team, and he'll tell you they should be 3 wins better than what they actually were.
Yep.
They all do. And the losing teams lose, and the winning teams, like the Chiefs, who won every one-score game, win.
Right now, Dreamfinders, a 4.99% fixed interest rate on select move-in ready homes. Visit dreamfindershomes.com for sales event information. Get in the game. 15 locations to serve you. Tell them Dreamfinders Danny sent you. What's your question?
If I told you right now, Miss P asked me this last night. It gave me pause.
Okay.
If you could have on the Jaguars right now, not trading, just adding, would you take Saquon Barkley or Patrick Mahomes? Is that an easy answer?
Yeah.
Quick one? Yeah.
Yeah. The quarterback.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's a pretty overwhelming.
What did he say?
Arguments for other. He said Mahomes. He thought for a second.
Yeah.
I mean, you can make an argument of what you could potentially have with the threesome of.
It would be like.
But that's the Bills are trying that and the Bengals are trying that. And none of it's working. So, yeah, I'm going to take the quarterback.
I think the only way you can justify taking Saquon is, look, I got to tell you, I'm a huge fan. If you're saying this, I'm a huge fan of Trevor Lawrence. I want the kid to be great. I think if you added Saquon Barkley, it would help him. But because there's no question, I mean, you're taking the best quarterback in football.
Correct.
Yeah.
And the documented proven winner.
And that's what drives.
We just said earlier that you feel like wherever Patrick Mahomes went, that team would win a Super Bowl in 3 years.
Yeah.
If Saquon Barkley comes here and Patrick Mahomes is more than anything, you're taking him off someone else. Like if Saquon Barkley came here and you keep Patrick Mahomes in Kansas City, good luck.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see.
We're waiting on the Saints. Mike McCarthy said no thanks.
Yeah.
I figure he said no thanks because next year I was thinking about this a little bit. There could be a lot of gigs open. A lot of gigs.
Next year?
Yeah, think about it. Like places that, he's basically saying, all right, I'm out because really it's the Saints and I don't want that job.
Yeah, you don't want that gig.
All right. But what if Buffalo doesn't get over the hump and they finally decide to make a change? What if the Dolphins finally just say this isn't working?
Hmm.
What if Cincinnati becomes – Cincinnati hadn't made the playoffs in 2 straight years with Joe Burrow. Is that correct?
No, they win.
Did they make it 2 years ago?
Yeah, maybe it is 2. Yeah, because Burrow missed one of those
Burrow
years.
hurt?
Burrow's hurt. Yeah, they would have made it.
But nonetheless,
yeah,
you got Joe Burrow in Cincinnati. If that job came open, you'd be running for that one, right?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I doubt he's on. Now, if they tank, he'd be in trouble. But I doubt he's in a ton of trouble up there.
You don't think so?
I don't know. I wouldn't know for sure. But, I mean, he's got a Super Bowl appearance. He's got a playoff win at Buffalo in another year.
Yeah.
He's pretty successful. And they were so patient with Marvin Lewis. And Cincinnati's not prone to making moves.
But what if
who are you going to get, I guess? That's the scary
Mike McCarthy.
thing. Mike McCarthy over Zach Taylor? I don't know, man.
I do.
Okay.
I'd take Mike McCarthy. But anyway, that's my point.
He needs to find a defensive coordinator. His offenses have been great.
Yeah, there could be.
He won with that Browning. They were playing good offense.
There could be a lot of job openings, is my point, going into next year. So, and quite frankly, it had narrowed down. One more thing. We got Get Smart John coming up. We got Murph in the house as well.
Okay.
You got some explaining to do.
Oh, man, what a coach do.
I already said. He's gonna double back on.
Oh, yeah.
15 minutes.
I mean, come on, man. He got to develop. He had 31 the other night.
In the association? Oh. Good gosh.
Looks like Kellen Moore is going to get that New Orleans job. Is the thought.
Yeah, he was.
This does not seem like a good job to take.
No. And by the way, but it's one of 32. And here's the deal. We're waiting on the Saints job to get filled before the articles come out ranking the coaches, the new hires.
Yeah.
Yeah, we won't be high up.
No, it'll go Ben Johnson 1.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Some of those Vrabel too. That's deserved. That's a good fit.
We won't be high up.
Could we be third? I mean, Schottenheimer to the Cowboys.
Shoddy hurts.
Pete Carroll to the Raiders. I saw, he's awful aged. I don't know. I don't know. Well, we're gonna find out what it doesn't matter. What the media thinks of is the most. We
know what the media thinks.
The best harbinger for Liam Coen. Mm-hmm. If you're looking at the past to make determinations about what could happen, predictions about the future, is that he is on that staff and in that room where the only 3 other guys that have matriculated and gone off to head coaching jobs are Kevin O'Connell, Zach Taylor, and Matt LaFleur. They've all done great jobs where they are. If you got any of those guys and they had done through their tenure with where they are, if they do that here, we'll be satisfied for now. But to your point about Taylor, we would start to expect more. And they've all done great with quarterbacks. I mean, the problems in Cincinnati have not been offensive driven or quarterbacks or play. It's been the defense, which is part of being a head coach. So, but
this year it was.
From an offensive standpoint, those three guys have all been terrific. So hopefully he's one of those. He's of equal measure of those dudes.
Yeah. It will be. I just think we'll be on the lower half, which I don't care. Like I said,
how many were there? 6?
Yeah, 6. New Orleans will be the 6th. By the way, did we say Bronny didn't score last night? That's in
no,
like 15
and
minutes.
it wasn't just that too. It was the 5 turnovers and the guy he was
outclassed. Yeah, he's not.
Whenever an NBA coach speaks for this, definitely has like a little league feel to it.
Yeah,
I mean, always they coddle him and they come out and when has a coach ever explained a player playing terrible? Never. Right? Oh, we put him in a bad. Can you imagine Trae Young went like 3 for 12 last night? Oh, we put him in a bad spot. We probably should. Come on, man.
What are we doing?
We're on national TV. What? We got nervous? Is that what you're saying?
I know, national TV.
What does that mean?
What does that mean, E? That's your guy.
Can we go do the Duval minute?
We can. We can do trivia too. That's all coming up right here on Hump Day. And no answers.
This is your Duval Minute, brought to you by Lift Power, your turnkey solution for all warehouse needs.
I think one of the questions going forward, not with Liam Coen as he fills out his staff, is then he'll start to look at the roster and attack the roster and the shifting of the roster. How does it work? And do guys have to get, salaries restructured to stay or not? Christian Kirk's big cap hit, Evan Ingram's $19.5 million. Are they going to be here next year? We're waiting on Liam Coen, and obviously we'll have that. If one of them had to go, which one would you pick? Those are the types of questions we're going to look at going forward with the Jaguars. Is Liam Coen has to put his stamp on this offense as a guy who likes to score points and a guy who did well in Tampa Bay. And that's your Duval Minutes, brought to you by our friends at Lift Power. Lift Power, always on the lookout for experienced lift truck and dock and door technicians in the Jacksonville area. The benefits are unbelievable. 401k, company vehicle, paid training, sign-on bonus. Come see why Lift Power is voted one of the best places to work for the past several years, year in and year out. Couple reasons: they're rapidly growing. Great family, owned and operated. More than 50 years, stability. We want you to be part of the family. Don't want the opportunity to slip by. All you got to do is go to liftpower.com. That's liftpower.com.
The drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
Taking care of business.
Taking care of business.
And business is good. 1010XL.
Taking care of business every day.
Hey, always facing interesting economic times, and for me, it's comforting to know my money's in good hands with my guys at ITP Partners. Jacksonville guys taking care of my Jacksonville money. Why? Experience, expertise, knowledge. That's what Jeff Hartman, Chris Bryan, Reagan Wright, Dan Abel, Scott Regner, Janice Cobb, and Reed Wingate have for you. They listen to you, and then they give you an individualized strategy where your goals become their priority. You can get in the game real easy. ITP Partners always there to help, and it's a good time. It's a new year. It's time to get going, right? For more info, just go to Chris at ITPpartners.com, Chris at ITPpartners.com, or call 312-9751, 312-9751. ITP Partners are my financial partners for life. Non-compensated client testimonial may not be representative of all client experiences. No guarantee of future performance or success.
Gun charges, drug charges. I'm attorney Malcolm Anthony, and I specialize in handling these types of felony cases. Stay out of trouble, but if you don't, call me at 285-4LAW. That's 285-4LAW.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
The Florida Forum welcomes best-selling author and journalist Carl Hiaasen, February 12th. Funds raised go to a Kids Care Mobile ICU, a neonatal and pediatric critical care transport vehicle. Kids Care vehicles and helicopters safely transport more than 2,200 infants and children a year to Wilson Children's Hospital. Get your tickets at thefloridaforum.com or call 202-2886. 202-2886.
Transform your bathroom with stunning shower glass from Sky Glass Solutions in Jacksonville Beach. For a free quote, call 904-608-5151 or visit skyglasssolutions.com.
I'm here with Danny Van Sickle, Director of the Electrical Training Alliance. Danny, tell me about your program.
Hey, Rick, we're a 4-year electrical apprenticeship. Our students start out making over $40,000 a year and right now make over $90,000 a year, including benefits. There is no tuition or student debt. You just have to apply and get accepted.
Did you say no tuition and no student debt?
You heard that right, Rick. Once you're accepted to the program, your only cost for the books and the course fees, about $800 a year.
That sounds like an amazing opportunity. How can I learn more?
Just go to etajax.org and you can apply there.
Apply by May 15th.
Start your new year off healthy and get screened at Ackerman Cancer Center with on-site imaging, including whole-body MRI, PET and CT scans, and mammography. Early detection is key. Visit AckermanCancerCenter.com.
It's the blog players put their pads on for.
So we got to bring my thoughts and observations on our home team. That's what I share with you every week on my blog.
Roland Reach Plumbing brings you Hayes Blog on 1010XL.com.
Are you an experienced chiller technician and looking for a role where your skills are truly valued? It's time to make the move to Local 234, plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. You'll get top pay, comprehensive health and welfare benefits for your family, and a pension that doesn't come out of your pocket. Join the team that's got your back. Local 234, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Visit UA234.com to send your resume today.
Equal opportunity employer.
Yo, it's your boy E to the T here with my book, and our listeners have been killing it, and we're now set for the final stretch of the road to New Orleans. My bookie is the one book that got your back. No fluff, no second guessing, just straight up action. Does your other sports book pay out when you push on a bet? My bookie does. And if you're new to the game and not sure where to start, we've got you covered. Step it up and use our promo code 1010XL, and that'll double your bankroll with a 50% deposit bonus right from jump. Here's a pro tip that'll get you rolling. The big game prop bets are going to be plentiful. So take a hard look at player props and those wacky big game props, and stack that with my bookie risk-free Thursday. So what you waiting for? There's a new risk-free odds boost every Thursday. To find the bet, click the Bet Boost tab and scroll down. If it hits, you win. If it doesn't, forget about it. My bookie refunds you your money back. Sign up now, use my promo code 1010XL, and they'll give you a 50% deposit bonus. It's the best sign-up bonus in Florida for batters. The road to New Orleans is here for the big game. Bet anything, anytime, anywhere with my bookie. Come on, somebody.
Discover the difference that local expertise makes at First Coast Lighting and Fans. Visit their showroom at the Avenues and browse high-quality products to match your desire for elegance, quality, and uniqueness at First Coast Lighting and Fans.
Hey, Jacksonville, I'm sure by now you've seen our bright green GFL trucks and containers throughout the greater Jacksonville area. We are an industry leader in solid waste and would love the opportunity to earn your business. We are committed to customer service, reliability, and have unwavering focus on safety. Whether commercial or construction, let us haul your waste away. Call 904-760-5880 to get a quote today. GFL, green for life.
I'm Chris Campione. In a world of big box law firms with satellite offices, there's something special about having a local legal team that cares about you and your community. We're not just lawyers, we're your neighbors. We understand the unique challenges facing the Jacksonville community because we live here too. At Campione Law, Campione Cares isn't just a tagline, it's our commitment to you. Campione Law, your trusted lawyers after an accident. CampioneLaw.com.
Count on Campione, Campione Law.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, get smart, John.
Missed it by that much.
On 1010XL.
You know him, you love him.
You got to bring him up. You're going to have to activate him in there.
He's bald. He's beautiful.
I'm going to steal from the vein of Get Smart John before he gets going, and I'm going to give a regrettable, painful shout-out.
Yes.
To, you know him, you hate him.
Yeah.
But as pure a Guggen as there is in the listening audience.
Okay.
As a knowingly human.
Yes.
As our relationship can be, back and forth. Mm-hmm. I have to give a shout out to Joe Yu this morning.
Joe Yu.
Yeah, not for a prospect signing, not for Miami winning a women's volleyball game last night or some other reason. No, I have to send a shout out. I just got to do it. I got to be the bigger person. A shout out. I got this text from Joseph.U last night at 6:01 p.m., Dan.
Okay.
The text simply said this: "You are now alone, sir. Hole in one, St. Peach Country Club."
Oh.
I know he's into the sauce because he says he writes 1736 yards out, so a 1736 yard par 3. Joe jarred it yesterday. I said congrats, and then he sent me a video that I haven't even watched yet. So that's where my line of caring is drawn. You got a hole in one. I congratulate you, sir. Good for you.
Wow.
I mean, everybody and their mother gets a hole in one but me. Hick, you're dead.
Yeah, you got one?
He's going to get one.
No.
And he's going to walk in here one morning, and he's going to have hit a line drive that rolled up, caught the back fringe, trickled back down, and rolled in. Promise.
He's going to come in here with that smile on his face.
Yeah, big smile. Yeah, that's fair. Meanwhile, I did make this point. Bronny's shooting 6%. I'm going to find his shot map. I'm going to go out tomorrow morning, shoot every shot LeBronny's shot this year, see if I can't do better than 6%, Hick.
Oof.
Hello, John. Good morning.
Johnny!
Morning, Googans. Good morning. So, very quickly, I do have some shout-outs and I have a very special announcement.
Yes.
Trivia Nation. Okay, so bear with me because I picked up a new trivia show out in the Palm Valley area. Met some really nice Googans and Googanellas who are big fans of the show.
All right, nice.
So, shout-out to Daryl the Hair Curry.
Daryl the Hair.
Joe and Sue.
Joe
Big Mike.
Big Mike.
Yes. Russ Lang, Chip Sheehan, and Jim Roddy.
Shout out Jimmy Rod.
Yes. Now for the big announcement
J-Rod.
regarding Trivia Nation.
Del Curry?
Yeah.
I don't think there's any relation there.
Yeah.
But not, about February 8th, my show. However, this February 1st, Saturday, at Miller's Ale House, Trivia Nation is having a Super Bowl trivia with $1,000 in prizes.
Ooh.
Yes. This is not house cash, baby. We're talking about some serious winnings. And now there is a small fee for your team, but it's a great time. Yours truly will probably be there. I think I'll be playing. But just wanted to let the Googans and Googanellas know because it's not too late. There still are a few tickets available. So should be a good time.
Big time.
Yes.
I like it.
Okay. And by the way, since we are nearing the Super Bowl, your audio clue may have something to do with that.
Wonderful.
Yes. Thought you'd like that. Let's start off with your favorite, Dan. Music.
Manilow!
Whose only number one hit on the Billboard Hot 100 chart was titled Hips Don't Lie?
Hips Don't Lie?
Yes.
Hips Don't Lie. E, does that ring a bell with you?
Hips don't lie.
Only top 100 hit?
Okay, who's got the
number one with a number one on the Billboard?
Oh, so this artist could have a number of hits, but it's their only hit that went number one.
Who shakes the hips?
Yeah, exactly. Like Shakira. What?
Shakira.
Give me a song though. These hips don't lie. That doesn't ring a bell. You can't give me a song with hips don't lie in it.
I'm trying to think in my head.
I mean, it's got to be some. Could it go way back? It
And
could be like
I kind of like Shakira because I don't know any like.
I mean,
number ones.
I don't
she
even
got
know that one though.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying we don't know her as a.
I got you.
She's more of a hips don't lie.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. All right.
You want to go with that? You got anything else, E?
Yeah, I go with that.
I don't think it's right, but I'm happy to go with it.
All right, Shakira.
You are correct.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oof. Wow. Wow.
I'm glad you didn't waver.
Wow.
Yes.
The only Shakira song I know, doesn't she say her name over and over? Isn't
Shakira.
Yeah, that's the only one I know.
I don't know any of them.
Maybe that's Hips Don't Lie.
I saw her at Super Bowl in Miami.
Maybe that's Hips Don't Lie. E. Maybe that's that song.
And
Shakira.
Them hips wasn't lying in the Super Bowl in Miami either.
Okay.
No.
All right. That's where you also saw Black China, if I remember.
Not at the same venue, though.
Different venue.
Oh, dear. Again,
TV.
Newman on Seinfeld and Cliff Clavin on Cheers both had what occupation?
Postman.
Correct. Mailman. Very good.
Yes, Hips Don't Lie is the Shakira song. So,
Okay,
there
you go.
Got to the bottom of it.
Okay.
It's exciting.
Very good.
This journey of learning we take. I love it.
Movies. You'll never go in the water again was a tagline for which 1970s film?
Jaws.
Jaws, sure.
Yeah.
Guys, can you believe that movie is now 50 years old?
Oh, man.
Even more unbelievable. Somehow I saw that in the theater.
I know. And How old were you, Jeff?
Huh? I'm 8, I guess. I would have thought it was later. Yeah, I saw it in the theater, though, yeah.
Yeah, scared to death.
I guess in Middle Tennessee, it doesn't scare you as bad because you're never going to see a shark your whole life.
Oh,
you know, show me a scary movie about a killer cottonmouth snake, then we'll talk.
Yeah.
Cujo.
Yeah, there you go. That's another one. I grew up in the part of the country where some dogs just chased you and bit you. It was your problem. Deal with it. It's a different era.
Organizations. Members of which volunteer crime-fighting organization are famous for wearing red berets?
Yeah, that's Guardian Angels.
Guardian Angels, yeah.
Yeah. Just for extra, can you tell me the head of that group? He used to be interviewed a lot.
Curtis.
Yeah, very good. Got the right first name.
Sliwa. Is that
Close
it?
enough. Yeah, I think it's Silver. But you got it.
Yeah.
Nice.
Never heard of him. You do some volunteering, Hick?
No, I just used to watch him on the news a lot.
The Zodiac.
Oh, boy.
What is your Zodiac sign if your birthday is January 22nd?
Oh, yeah. I think that's
Capricorn?
No.
That's today. It's definitely not. It's not Capricorn. I can tell you what it's
not Aquarius. It's
it's not Libra. It's not Virgo.
No.
It's not Pisces. It's not Aries. It's not Taurus.
No.
Aries is April, right?
Yeah.
Then I think it's Aquarius.
No,
that's later.
Aquarius is February. Although January 22nd, Aquarius is coming up. Like my brothers and sisters are.
What's their birthday? Early February.
Early February.
Yeah, let's go that then.
Is it that? Oh.
It was E's first guess, and you got early Feb. It's January 22nd.
I think it's Aquarius.
How early February? For the birthdays. How early?
4th.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so super early. What else could it be? Aquarius would be, as an A, would be kind of.
All right.
But
is there another A besides Aquarius and Aries?
No.
I think it's Aquarius.
All right. Aquarius.
Yeah.
This is the dawning of the age of Aquarius. Age of Aquarius.
Stop playing.
Yeah, not bad. Not good, but not bad. Okay.
Florida, man.
Florida legislation passed in 1967 officially named what type of juice as a state beverage?
Orange.
Yeah.
Yes, you know what, though? And think about this, Scott. I'm sure Dan, maybe you too, Jeff, your grandparents, I'm thinking with all the retirees, almost could have been prune juice.
Oof. There was a lot.
Remember? You used to see that refrigerator with your grandparents?
Your life has gone too wrong if you're drinking prune juice. Whatever it is to doing to help me, I'd rather just suffer from what that is, because prune juice is like the worst thing in the world.
That, and what was and Geritol.
Do people drink prune juice for fun? Like they like prune juice? Or
they
is it
drink it to keep regular.
That's what I'm saying, though. No one actually like no one's ever going to say,
I don't think so.
I'll have a glass of prune. You got any prune juice?
No, I don't think so. No, I think
Just
you're right.
prunes in general are disgusting. Oh, amazing. Probably don't do anything for you either. All these geezers have been eating these prunes all these years, not doing a dang thing.
Geography.
Don't know much about geography.
In which ocean is the deepest known spot on Earth, the Mariana Trench, located?
Oh, yeah.
Pacific.
Pacific. Yeah. Oh, Mariana Trench.
Very good.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah. audio clue.
Let's do it, baby.
Thank you, E.
It's 3rd down and 3. Dallas at the Pittsburgh 10. Roger back to throw. Has a man open in the end zone.
Sickest man in America.
Dropped in the end zone. Jackie Smith all by himself. Oh, bless his heart. He's got to be the sickest man in America.
That was a bad one, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you're
Jackie Smith.
Jackie Smith. Vern Lundquist.
Yes, Vern Lundquist. That was going to be the. Well, he sounds so young, didn't he?
Yes, but I always
Very good.
Definitely, though, you can. That's a recognizable voice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I kind of figured, but I thought, with Super Bowl, thought that would.
I like it.
Yeah.
I thought maybe you asked Jackie Smith's best known for playing for what other NFL team?
The
Because
Cardinals,
the
right?
Cardinals. Yeah, he's a Cardinals Hall of Fame. He only played
Isn't he a Hall of Famer?
Yeah, he was like before late career dude went, for a chance at a ring. He kind of did that. It's a lot more trendy now that you get these aged veterans and they come in and hopefully can be a part of winning a ring. I don't think he played in Dallas long, a year or two maybe.
I think you're right. I don't think it was very long.
I mean, they had other Billy Joe Dupree, and they had tight ends that
1 year.
Just 1 year. That year, that's crazy.
Wow.
And the rest of his career, St. Louis. Was that his last year?
Last year.
Yeah.
No catches either.
Wow.
Oh man.
Wide open in the Super Bowl to win the game. Maybe win the game.
Yeah.
Take the
Man,
lead.
yeah, it's a heck of a game.
Real quick, because I'll forget, and it's at the bottom of the chain, so we don't see answers. But shout out to Caleb and Sawyer this morning. Guess twins, 7 years old today, 7th birthday.
Caleb Sawyer.
Boy, good job. As a father of twins, I will just to say this: both this year and every year on your birthday, hug your parents.
Yes.
Yeah.
They say they're from Bills Mafia country, but now Jags fans.
All right.
Duval.
There you go. Happy birthday, boys. Have a great one.
Duval.
That was just creepy.
Duval.
That sounds just like him. Well, you know what? If he has a real successful career, then maybe you change the pronunciation. You can do that. What's your favorite category, guys?
Presidents.
Oh boy.
Yeah, you're going to get this. Okay.
Yes, we are.
Yes. 2 of the 4 presidential assassinations resulted in succeeding presidents that had what last name in common?
The ones who
2 of the 4 share a last name. I mean,
right. They're successors.
They're successors.
They were assassinated.
Correct. I mean, how many?
2 of the 4 attempted or
no
actual?
They were actually assassinated.
So who followed Lincoln?
Johnson. So it's got to be Johnson.
It's got to be Johnson.
Yeah, Johnson.
Okay, there you go. So Andrew Johnson and Lyndon Johnson. By the way, Andrew Johnson, born in 1808. Lyndon Johnson, born in 1908.
Well, let's look for a Johnson in 2008 and make some future bets.
Oh, boy.
All those.
Where's House Speaker Mike Johnson? What year was he born?
I don't know.
Be about right, wouldn't it? Wouldn't it be about... Oh, no. 2008. You're only 16. Never mind. Maybe his kid. Somebody Johnson out there. Magic Johnson's grandkids. Somebody's telling me prune juice and bourbon, best drink ever. Yeah, I'm going to take a pass.
I'm going to pass on that.
I'll just do a Moscow Mule and call it even.
Yes, exactly. Okay, geez. World history.
World history.
Not only a city in Tennessee, Memphis was also the ancient capital of a territory in what present-day country?
It's Greece, isn't it? Or Persia, Iran?
Read it again.
Memphis is the ancient city in where? That's the gist of it.
What country?
Yeah.
Yes.
Greece is the one that came to mind.
Not only a city in Tennessee, Memphis was also the ancient capital of a territory in what present-day country?
Tennessee's got this whole, they got a little something in Nashville. I think that's a Parthenon, though. Is that Greek? I think it's Greece, dude.
It's not.
Tennessee's got all kinds of Greek. I think Tennessee's got some Greek running through it.
No.
Greece.
No. Okay. Greece.
So you going Greece?
Yeah.
Egypt.
I was going to say that.
Is that what you were going to say?
But I wasn't sure.
I guess.
You said it pretty...
the pyramid, actually.
Oh,
They've got the pyramid in Memphis, the sports arena. That's on me. That's terrible. Yeah, I didn't think of it in those terms. That's right. Oh.
Well, that'll happen.
That one hurts.
Is the Parthenon Greek or is that Roman?
That's Greek, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't know. Because now we used to do field trips when I grew up in Tennessee.
Greece.
Went to Nashville, little Parthenon. So that's what made me start thinking Greece.
All right.
Okay.
There's Athens, Tennessee. I don't know. Greece got stuck there, and I couldn't get.
Greece is the word.
Is the word.
Sports. Name one of the two world cities to have held the Summer Olympics on 3 different occasions, and a bonus point if you can name both.
Is it L.A.?
Well,
Athens, probably.
This will be the third for LA? Because they had 80 and they had what?
But they've already hosted 3.
Oh, they've already?
These cities have already hosted 3.
So.
That's in Athens because that's the
I would think
origin, right?
I mean, I know we just had one and they, you know, I would go with, I mean, wouldn't, man, that's hard. When did the
good question, doesn't it?
Yeah, when did they start, Dan? When did the Olympics start?
Didn't the modern Olympics start in 1896?
So it's not. There haven't
like
been that many. We should not. I mean, we should be able to name the sites pretty much going back. I mean,
excuse me.
I can't. I mean, London. I think. Yeah. I mean, that's in Athens. I mean, that. Those would be my 2 guesses.
I like Athens.
You like Athens? London and Athens.
London is correct, so you only need to get one, but the other one is Paris.
Yeah, makes sense.
Is LA hosting its third or no?
Yeah, it is their third.
Yes, LA will be its third.
They were like 50, weren't they? Or is that Mexico City? Yeah, they're 50 and 80 maybe. Well, that wouldn't correspond.
Isn't that when they built the Coliseum for the 32 Olympics?
Yeah.
The LA Coliseum?
Okay, that's what it is. 32 and 84? Yeah, 84.
Yes.
Artists.
Which prolific 20th century artist had works that can be classified into periods that include blue, rose, African, and Cubism?
Cubism?
Yes.
1800s painter?
Which prolific 20th century
So 1900s. So, yeah.
When in doubt, go with Picasso.
No, is he 1900s? Yeah, he is, right?
I
Yeah,
mean,
Picasso I like.
What artist? I
like Picasso.
Didn't he?
Yeah, I
didn't
like
they
Picasso.
relate some of the...
I mean, it could be like Dali or something. I don't know. Picasso I like. That's a good one.
Picasso.
Yeah.
I wonder who some other 20th century
know it!
Who were the famous 20th century artists?
Well, Dali.
Dali
Mark
is
Chagall. Was it Mark Chagall?
Yeah, there you go. Dali and Picasso. Well, I stopped there.
That's enough.
Okay. Yeah.
Is Dali the one that has those weird, like the paintings they melt and stuff? Yeah.
Yeah.
Did Dali do the Liberty Bibberty guy when he starts to melt then?
Yeah, could be. Dan loves that commercial. When it comes on in here, he's like a child. He looks up at it, he giggles.
It's melting. And then he gets hit in the head with a
dart?
No, a frisbee.
Oh, yeah.
Takes one in the temple.
Okay, here's another sports. This should be wheelhouse for you guys.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Only the fifth to do so. Who was the most recent on-field manager to have won a Major League Baseball World Series with 2 different teams?
The most recent?
Let's see. The most recent to win a World Series as the manager, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
What are you talking about, like Dave Roberts?
He
One
didn't
as
win
a player? And
No. He's got to be to both times
A
as
manager.
a manager. Yeah, he's got to manage 2 different teams to champion. La Russa, is he the most recent? Or do it's Leland?
Sparky did it, but
yeah,
that
did
was
Jim Leland win with Detroit?
Miami.
I know, but did he win with Detroit? Wasn't he? Who was the manager? No, I don't think he won.
I don't
with
think he
them.
won then.
No, he lost. He lost to the Giants. What about Bochy? No, he didn't
Bochy.
win. Did he win? He never won the
San Fran in Texas.
Bochy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
How many are there total, you said?
5.
Do you have the names?
I don't, but I think you named. Wasn't Frank Robinson one of them too?
No.
No?
I don't think Frank Robinson
But like
won.
I said, Sparky. Yeah, you're right.
La Russa's won for sure. He won with Oakland and St. Louis.
Let me look real quick.
That's a good question, though.
Sparky LaRussa, Bill McKechnie, and Bucky Harris.
Yeah, we wouldn't have got the last 2.
No.
Yeah, we've only gotten those 3.
Would have been struggling on Bucky and McKechnie.
Never. If you could have told me those names, what sport were they from, and I wouldn't be able to tell you.
Okay.
His name. Okay. Song lyrics.
All right. Bald-headed woman!
In what song did Gladys Knight confess, "I'd rather live in his world than live without him in mine"?
Leaving on a midnight train to Georgia. Leaving on a midnight train to Georgia.
Yeah.
Woo-hoo. I'd rather live in his world than live in a world without mine.
Okay. Your halftime question. This is a good one.
All right.
Okay. Name the 4 teams that lost in the first round of the college football playoff games held on December 20th and December 21st, 2024.
I mean, who are you talking to here?
Indiana did.
That was,
okay.
Yeah. SMU did.
Boise.
Tennessee did.
No, they got a bye.
Yeah, Tennessee did.
Tennessee did.
Right.
And then the last one was, okay, so Penn State beat SMU, Notre Dame beat Indiana.
Ohio State beat Tennessee.
And Texas beat Clemson.
Boom.
Yes.
All right, we got time for like 2 more.
Okay. Literature. Paul Revere's Ride is an 1860 poem by which American poet?
It's the Midnight Ride of Paul Revere.
Poetry's not my gig.
It's
I'm liable to throw Mark Twain as a writer. What about
definitely heard of him.
Longfellow? Is that
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah, Longfellow.
Yeah.
Henry Wadsworth.
I don't know what to tell you. There's no explaining what rattles around up there, E.T.
Were you guessing, or was it an educated guess?
That was an educated guess.
That was a good
Okay.
One of the few poets that I could name.
Well, that was pretty darn good. Okay.
Last one.
All right. Recent events.
Somewhat.
Yes. No, this one is pretty recent.
All right.
Chess Grandmaster Magnus Carlsen withdrew from a major chess tournament in December after refusing to change out of what specific type of clothing.
Jeans. My man wanted to wear jeans. They said, "Get out of here.
Leave the chess master alone."
Hey, what about letting the host finish the question there, smart guy?
Oh, I thought it was over. I was so proud of that. That got missed by a bunch of people there. Come on now.
Yes, you missed that. Okay.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's a hard
that is
one. I don't know
correct,
how.
Gene.
Yeah, I don't know how I saw that. That registered, buddy.
Thank you, Johnny.
We're done, John.
Bye.
There he goes. Bye. He got it. Got the message.
You got to roll. Much more. 10-minute drill next.
Big Trust Plumbing Wednesday.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. Follow the JU Dolphins on 1010XL.
Number 1 in the ASUN. The Dolphins are back at historic Swisher Gym for First Responders Night. JU Florida Gulf Coast. Tonight at 7 on 1010 AM.
Hey, gang, it's big game time, and big game means lots of money to win at Prize Picks. 10 million members plus billions of dollars awarded winnings and free squares galore when you play Prize Picks and you get ready for the big game. Just check them out. All right, listen, it's a real easy game to play, right? App is simple. You just pick 2 or more players across any sport. When we're talking football, more or less on their projection, obviously. We're waiting on Patrick Mahomes. How many yards will he throw for? How many yards can Jalen Hurts run for? Things along those lines. It's a lot of fun, man. And they'll have some free squares for you for the big game. So join Prize Picks, America's #1 daily fantasy sports app. Download Prize Picks app today. Use code JAX. Get $50 instantly when you play 5. That's code JAX on Prize Picks. $50 when you play 5. You don't even need to win to receive the $50 bonus. It's guaranteed. Prize Picks, man. Run your game.
Frank Frangie here. It's new year, new truck time at Nimnik Buick GMC, home of the largest inventory of GMC Sierras in Northeast Florida and Southeast Georgia. This month, save up to $10,000 off select new GMC Sierra 1500s or enjoy rates as low as 0% and 0 APR financing. Yes, 0%. You can't find deals like this anywhere in Jacksonville. Shop 24/7 online at NimnikBuickGMC.com. Value your trade and customize your payment options in seconds. Nimnik Buick GMC. GMC, we are professional grade.
Value or flavor? Price or taste? Why choose when you can get both with everyday deals at Sonny's? Right now, you can get the pork big deal for $10, the pork and rib combo for $12, and all you can eat ribs for just $19.99. Yep, you heard right. All your favorites are now available all day, every day. And that's why it's always Sonny's here. Sonny's Barbecue. Local pitmasters since '68.
Tax season is here, and your refund can go further at Big Chief Tire. Frank Frangie here. Put the extra cash to work by investing in your vehicle, whether it's overdue maintenance, brake repairs, or new tires. Their skilled technicians will help you get the most out of every dollar. With 5 Jacksonville locations, fair prices, and trusted service,
Big Chief Tire has everything you need to hit the road with confidence. Visit WeKeepJacksRollin.com or call 904-932-0950 today. Big Chief Tire keeps Jacks rolling.
This is Josh Woolsey with Woolsey Morecambe. When deciding what lawyer to trust with your car accident or injury case, the most reliable way is reviews and results. You want to be treated well, and you want a great result. Woolsey Morecambe's reviews speak for themselves, and I challenge any firm to compare results. We offer the resources of a large law firm and the customer service of a boutique practice. If you want to be treated right and want great results, call Woolsey Morecambe at 1-800-WOOLSEY. Offices, Jacksonville.
Mike Dempsey here. All right, we're almost a month into the new year. How's that resolution to drop your first 20 to 25 pounds going? Didn't happen? Yeah, well, that's probably because you didn't call Awaken 180 weight loss. I did, and in just 4 weeks, I dropped 23 pounds and was at my goal. But here's the crazy part. It didn't stop there. It was so easy. I kept going, did it another week. Next thing I know, I'm down 27 pounds. That's right, 27. You know what's wild? I can still see my abs again. Not ripped. I don't have a six-pack, but I didn't even think I had those anymore before Awaken 180. It's amazing when you see the results. Feel the results. You just want to keep pushing forward. That's what makes Awaken 180 so different. It's not some medication quick fix where the weight comes off and comes back. It's real results that you can see and feel. Fast results and lasting results. Results that make you want to keep going. To reach a goal you never thought possible. Want the same for you? Then do it. Call the solution for weight loss, Awaken 180 Weight Loss, 844-346-1800, or visit awaken180weightloss.com today.
Start your Sunday off with a cup of Joe and some sports medicine intel. This is Joe C. inviting you to join me and Dr. George Bari for Breaking Bones every Sunday morning at 7:30. And if you miss an episode, just look for Breaking Bones wherever you listen to podcasts.
Hey, gang, Prosser here. Are you struggling to sell your home? How long has it been sitting on the market? Are you tired of being tired of trying to sell your home? Go to The Guarantee. ChadandSandy.com. I've been telling you about Chad and Sandy literally for years now. And here's the Chad and Sandy guarantee. You want a guarantee? Your home sold, guaranteed, or they will buy it. That's right. The agreed upon asking price, the agreed upon deadline, sold by that, or they buy it. How much more of a promise do you need? The only local real estate experts I trust and recommend with the sale of your home. No required costly repairs. Pick your move date. No long-term contracts. You can cancel at any time. And again, guarantee your home sold at an agreed upon price and deadline, or they will buy it. Pete in Lakeshore said, I was in a pickle. I needed cash out on a rental property fast, and I was struggling to rent. I heard Chad and Sandy on the radio and called. I had an offer for full asking price within days. These guys made it easy and delivered big-time results. It's what they do. Call Chad and Sandy today, 414-6200, or chadandsandy.com.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, the 10-minute drill.
This is a big one.
Brought to you by
Advanced Business Solutions.
your local authorized Xerox deal on 1010XL.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Hit it.
I've been asked by many across the sports world to get, I guess, a statement regarding the latest transaction in Atlanta pro sports, but I'm going to go ahead and decline. I don't have enough intel on the Brittany Griner era that is getting ready to commence there with the Atlanta Dream. So
you're excited?
I'll be rooting for Caitlin. That's what I'll be doing.
All right. Sports concepts and
Wake me up if they
rationalizations.
trade for Caitlin. Maybe I'll drive up to Atlanta.
We call it the 10-minute drill. E, are we handing out a razzle-dazzle called The Evil Woman today?
We sure are. I got 2 tickets to the Electric Light Orchestra Experience featuring Evil Woman, the American ELO, on Wednesday, February 5th at 7:30 at the Jacksonville Center for Performing Arts. And this is all a part of the FSCJ Artist Series. All you got to do is hit me up at the end of the 10-minute drill.
I got that ranking you were so desirous of. This one comes from a guy named Frank Schwab at Yahoo Sports. You ever heard of Frank Schwab?
Yeah, he's cousins with Stump the Schwab.
When Frank Schwab talks, people listen. So, yeah, the 6 hires.
Oh, we don't have a hire, but are we assuming it's
They've
going
already
more?
put somebody ahead of, unhired is ahead of where he has us ranked. We'll start at the top, or in this case, the bottom. And as suggested, Brian Schottenheimer.
Shotty.
While you may have waited on Jerry Jones to give you a huge splashy hire, instead he gives you Brian Schottenheimer. It angered the Cowboys fan base, and it gives them, according to old Frank Schwab, a D+. Number 5 among the coaching hires, Jaguars, Liam Coen. There was so much to hate about the process in which Coen became the Jags coach from the team angle and Coen's side of things, too. However, the final result was as good as Jacksonville could have hoped. Coen was a hot name after a good season at Tampa as offensive coordinator. Had been a normal hire by the Jags. It would have been considered a good one. But we know it was messy. Coen agreed to go back to the Bucs. Jaguars finally fired Trent Baalke after it was clear to everyone else a couple of weeks ago earlier that needed to happen. I mean, so far, he's kind of on point here. Coen met with the Jags in secret, practically goes to Tampa Bay. Neither side looked good. So fair questions about the hire itself. Coen has never been a head coach. He had 2 seasons as a coordinator. And in one, the Rams finished last in yardage. The hire was based on one good season. And as we've seen from other coaches go from offensive genius to the outhouse in a hurry, give him a C. Also, though, a C for Pete Carroll. So that's the same. Aaron Glenn gets a B. Ben Johnson an A-. And they go Vrabel at the top with an A. Frank Schwab, noted Patriots fan.
Frank Schwab.
Schwabby. There you go. The Schwab is talk. Stump the Schwab.
All kinds of sports concepts and rationalizations coming your way. Do you know what Jackson Dart's brother's name is, younger brother?
I'm going to say, if his name is
Jackson
Dart, I'm going to say his brother's name is like Jaden.
Jaden and Jackson? He would like to guess at Jackson Dart's brother's name?
Parson.
Diesel.
Diesel Dart.
Diesel Dart.
Pretty legit.
And Mom and Dad were smoking darts when these dudes were conceived. And the darts had that wacky tobacco in it.
Diesel Dart.
Some of that hippie lettuce out there in California.
Diesel. Hey, I got to ask you a personal question.
Holla at your boy.
Here we go.
I saw this yesterday, and I'm wondering, have they reached out to you yet? I've heard the news that there may be a head football coach opening at your alma mater. Is it time for you to go shape the young men of Clay County again?
Yeah, no, it's not that time yet.
No, you're not interested?
Not just yet.
Are you sure?
I'm positive.
Have they reached out to you in any way?
I got a couple of DMs.
All right.
Some folks have inquired, but
you guys could redo the Super Bowl shuffle.
District champ, bro.
District champ shuffle.
District champ shuffle.
Could do that. Yeah. No. Not happening.
Not happening.
All right.
I do got a question for you two, fellas.
Oh, okay.
Well, this morning, Jeff and I, we were talking. Show starts at 6. Thanks for coming, Jeff.
Wow.
Or Dan.
Yeah.
And somebody asked a question on a text line pertaining to like the worst. What was that question, Jeff? Do you remember?
The worst head coach, GM, and quarterback in franchise history. So before he gives his, give me yours real quick.
In Jags?
In Jags history, the worst head coach, the worst GM, and the worst quarterback.
Oh, not together.
No, just each category is its own category. Like, who's the worst quarterback in Jaguars history? The 2 of these were so easy, and I just made guilt by association.
Is it anyone who has started a Jaguar game?
No, it's your main guy. Like, you can't throw, Jonathan Quinn in there. It's got to be a guy. You got to be a starter.
So not like Cody Kessler.
No.
Yeah.
That's not enough. No, you got to be a starter.
Okay. I would say the worst quarterback in Jags history is.
Man, I'm surprised.
Me
this
too.
was the fastest of all.
Yeah, I went right to him.
I'm gonna say Gabbert.
It's Hunt by a mile.
Yep.
Who's even close? What was the pause? Who would have been second? I don't know. It's a deep gap between first and second. That guy was a disaster.
Chu was not very good.
No, way better than
way
him.
better.
Come on.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah.
the coach is easier. It just is.
Coach is, it's either Gus or Herbs.
Yeah, it's Gus because he has literally the worst winning percentage in the history of every coach who's ever coached in the league.
I like Gus.
Herb is the worst coaching hire, but the worst coach in Jags history is him because I'm a very nice man. I get it. And by the way, since I've got the worst coach and the worst quarterback all under the employ of the same guy, the GMs are all the same. The problem is the best head coach and the best GM are the same guy, and he left 20-something years ago. That's the problem. It's still Tom Coughlin, the best head coach, and it's still Tom Coughlin, the best GM.
Shout out.
Right?
Yeah.
So worst GM, I mean, none of them have a leg to stand on. They all have about the same resume, like one playoff berth. And
Gene get us to the playoffs?
When did he? 08, there's a trend. Oh, that was 07. So, yeah, probably Gene. It was Gene or Dave. I mean, Dave hired those two.
Yeah. Not great.
None of it's great.
Not great.
You could go Gene, or I just gave Dave because that's that era. They're all together. Yeah. That's his coach. That's his quarterback. Oof. Yeah.
So the question
now to E's question.
The question that I had was, we've had a lot of bad decisions that happened in Jaguars.
It came up taking Brian Anger over Russell Wilson and the like. So yeah.
So what was the worst front office decision made in Jags history?
Been so many.
The worst front office decision.
And there's different ways to look at this.
Right.
Like you could say, if you had done this instead, right? And it's fair to take out the unreasonable. It's take out that we should have taken Tom Brady in round 6 of blankety blank, or you can't take Russell Wilson that year. It seems egregious. You had just taken Blaine Gabbert the year before.
It's like you could have Ben Roethlisberger.
Sure, all of
them.
them.
Just drafted Byron Leftwich.
Right. So, but there are some. To me, there's really this is down to about 3 or 4 selections. I don't think there's more. So can I put them in multiple choice, or do we want to independently think?
Oh, go ahead.
I think Taven Bryan when Lamar is there.
Yeah.
Again, you're coming off a playoff year and you've committed to your quarterback, so that comes with an asterisk. You could certainly argue. If you want to argue anger over Wilson, I'm not putting in the multiple because there's a much worse one, apples to apples, the next year. You took a cornerback from Memphis, and Richard Sherman went 4 picks later.
Yeah, but that's not the worst in history.
That's pretty bad.
There's been a lot of other ones. I mean, you could argue drafting Blake was a terrible move.
There just wasn't a lot there. We've had bad luck.
You don't take the quarterback.
Yeah, we've had bad luck taking quarterbacks when we didn't need them. We could have got him. I'll give you mine though.
Mm-hmm.
Mine changed the whole direction of the franchise, and we could have kept the ship sailing. It turned out to be it has aged worse than it was at the time.
Mm-hmm.
But taking Byron Leftwich right out of the gates when Mark Brunell had productive football left, and you could have taken Terrell Suggs, you would have had a Hall of Fame defensive end.
Well, you could even do
Brunell
this
for another couple of years.
This one, you fired a coach who went and won 2 Super Bowls.
I get it. That's an ownership decision more than a front office one, though.
Well, that one sticks out.
Yeah, I you know what? It didn't seem egregious at the time. It seemed like that was just the life span and life path of a head coach.
Yep.
But as it turned out, he won 2 more Super Bowls and probably would have got this thing back on track if given the chance to regroup.
You know what? Still arguably the best move in franchise history was? Trading Rob Johnson and getting Fred Taylor.
I will say this, and here's another problem.
Mm-hmm.
And all these bests are going to come from 95 to 2000.
I know.
Getting Mark Brunell for a song.
Yeah.
Drafting Tony Baselli number 2 overall, and not going for some shiny object at a skill position.
Yeah.
There have been a lot of great moves made back then, but they were all made by one dude.
Yep.
And since he left, we lost the best GM, the best head coach, and the rest has been a flaming dumpster fire for 20-something years.
All right, 641-1010. We got to take a break. Come kind, come courteous, come correct. Tell them what they're going to win.
A pair of tickets to the ELO show. That's the Electric Light Orchestra experience featuring Evil Woman. The American ELO on Wednesday, February 5th at 7:30 at the Jacksonville Center for Performing Arts. This is all part of the FSCJ Artist Series. 904-641-1010 is the number. Come on, somebody.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. The Florida Gators and Jacksonville Jaguars. Living under the same radio roof. 1010XL, flagship station of the Gators and Jaguars. Now you can watch 1010XL shows all day on X, Facebook, and YouTube. Brought to you by MyBookie. Experience Vegas from the comfort of your phone anytime, anywhere. Sign up today. Use promo code 1010XL.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices. And I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam.
Hey, Hicken here from my friends at Beaches Dermatology. I love talking about Beaches Dermatology because they're so darn good, and they've been around for a long time, and they take great care of your skin. Doctors Boudreaux, Doctors Metz have been there forever. Dr. Fader with the Mohs surgery, the staff over at Solano Road. Always like to give them a shout out because they're so kind and courteous when you go there. You got an appointment at 11, you get in at 11. Very nice, talk you through things. And they want to remind you to protect your skin. Beautiful weather out there now again, Jacksonville. And if you're out there golfing or fishing or whatever, and you're spending the day out there with your kid at the ball yard, man, protect those ears. Wear those long sleeve dry fits. And if something pops up on your skin you need to get checked out, just go online. Easy to make an appointment at beachesdermatology.com. That's Impassioned.com.
A lot of companies will tell you they're the best. At Custom Tree Surgeons, they show you every time. Custom Tree Surgeons has built an all-pro team. Every tree service professional has years of experience, continually trained and certified. They know what, when, and how to handle any job. It gets done efficiently and quickly by a team of experts. So for tree trimming, removal, stump grinding, and emergency services, forget any name other than Custom Tree Surgeons. There is no job they can't do better. Go to website CustomTreeSurgeons.com. That's CustomTreeSurgeons.com, and let them show you how the job is supposed to get done.
Bud Light and everyone at Anheuser-Busch want to remind you to get home safely every time. People are counting on you on the road and at home. Plan ahead with safe rides and don't forget to hydrate between beers. Bud Light encourages everyone to enjoy responsibly and socialize safely.
The flagship station of the Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach. She's very comfortable talking sports and hanging out with the boys.
Mia O'Brien here, still providing the best multimedia sports coverage in Northeast Florida on 1010XL radio, video, and social channels.
All things Mia are driven by Arlington Toyota.
Bueller, stay cooler with Bueller.
Hey, pal, what's the matter?
I don't know about this air conditioner, Jason.
You know, my job is actually to...
I mean, 1 minute it's working, and the next minute it's not working. And every time I leave the house, I don't know if I'm coming back to a nice, cool oasis or a steaming cesspool of sweaty garbage fumes and dog farts, and then I'll never get to sleep. And I'll be too late to call someone. And what if I've got a big meeting the next morning and I haven't slept a wink?
Okay, dude, stay cool. Or at least stay cooler.
But
Bueller Air and Plumbing can figure out why your AC only works sometimes and not all the time. We fix that kind of stuff every day.
You mean you can...
Life moves pretty fast. If you spend all your time worrying about an air conditioner that can totally be fixed, you could miss it.
Stay cooler with Bueller.
Visit BuellerAir.com.
Bull riding. The perfect fusion of strength, skill, and pure willpower. Professional bull riders aren't just athletes. They're daredevils with cowboy souls. Come experience the true modern West, where 8 seconds of glory will create a lifetime of memories. It's the Michelob Ultra PBR Jacksonville at ViStar Veterans Memorial Arena, February 22nd and 23rd. Tickets available at Ticketmaster.com and PBR.com. Hold on tight. The ride of your life is about to begin.
Hi, I'm Mac with Baker Glass. If you've got fogged up windows, let me help. We'll replace them with clear, insulated units that brighten up your home. People say we're fast, friendly, and reliable. Just check out our Google reviews. Call me today. Baker Glass. No one treats you better.
So one of life's most important decisions. If you're 18 years or older, you just got married, you just got divorced, you have children, you likely want to take care of your family. Of course you do. Hicken here from Matt Hinson in the Hinson Law Firm. I'm not the attorney yet. But have you done your last will? It's not the most comfortable thing. It's not the most fun thing to do. It's something you need to do besides getting your assets to the people that you want them to go to. Planning helps minimize income, gift, and estate taxes as well. Matt Hinson will listen to help you with some tough decisions. He'll provide you the info needed so you are at ease with your choice. The Hinson Law Firm. You have questions? Maddie's got answers. 904-527-1700. 527-1700. Office in Jacksonville, Florida. And don't let the state decide your fate.
Hi, this is Dave Barker. Want to grow your hair back?
IHRS, right here in Jacksonville, is the only hair transplant clinic in the country that offers multi-unit hair grafting, FUE NeoGraft hair transplants, and the 45-minute effective PRP treatments.
Multi-unit hair grafting gave me more hair in one procedure and within my budget.
Thank you, IHRS.
IHRS showed me what was causing my hair loss and helped stop it.
Schedule a free evaluation and find out how to grow your hair back and keep the hair you have. Call 904-777-IHRS. Take the first step to restoring your hair today. Visit hairforme.com.
Now my hair will grow for the rest of my life. Thanks, IHRS.
IHRS has been restoring hair for men and women for over 30 years.
Call now for a free in-person or virtual evaluation. 904-777-IHRS. That's 904-777-4477. Or visit hair4me.com.
Here's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, sponsored by Prize Picks. The Jaguars are providing an opportunity for fans to hear from Coach Liam Coen on Thursday from 6 to 8 at Everbank Stadium. Admission is free, but fans must register in advance for tickets at jaguar.com/Coach Coen. The event will include a panel discussion with Coen and Jaguar Hall of Fame member Tony Baselli. The JU Dolphins men's basketball team is home this evening, taking on Florida Gulf Coast University. Sitting alone atop their conference standings, the JU Dolphins, after a 7-game win streak, are in sole possession of the top ranking. Hear the game live on 1010XL AM. Tip-off is at 7. Our state pro teams in the NHL, the Tampa Bay Lightning lost at home to the Chicago Blackhawks on Tuesday evening. The Florida Panthers will square off against the LA Kings this evening in Miami. That's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. I'm Sam Nelson.
Currently, it's 8:07 and it's 45 degrees. Your time and your tip is brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
All right, hanging out on a Hump Day Wednesday. Welcome back, everybody. Good college basketball last night. I watched Kentucky Jets Wildcats take down the Tennessee Volunteers, which is bad news for the Gators because they play there Saturday.
Yeah, you always think that way as sports fans, don't you?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, I think a lot of people do.
I do, yeah. Looking at this. Go ahead.
13 projected from the SEC. Very believable if you look at what's happened this week. I mean, the unranked underdog seems to win these games as much as the ranked favorite. It's happened all year.
They've put out an article naming the MVP for all 32 teams. Who's the MVP for the Jacksonville Jaguars?
It's so easy. It's a unanimous. There's no other options. It's Brian Thomas Jr. and no one else is even in the conversation.
Pretty shocked here. He picked Brenton Strange.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, he didn't do that.
Kid, because I care. Brian Thomas Jr. is your Jacksonville Jaguar MVP, the best player on the football team.
Not
in
even
his first year.
Yeah.
Guys, we got to get better.
You know what's an intriguing question for me is only because of what.
Who's the MVP of the LA Chargers?
LA Chargers. You know what?
LA.
It's man, they just it might be is it Kitchen?
Lad McConkey.
Yeah, had a good year.
Yeah.
This is who's the best offensive player for every team.
No, who's the MVP of the
Kitchen's their best player.
Who's the MVP of the LA Rams?
One of those boys on the D-line.
Jared Verse.
Yeah, I'm not sure it's not Kyron Williams, but okay.
Yeah.
Kyron would have been up there too. Yeah.
It's actually the answer, to be honest with you, is Matthew Stafford. Because if he didn't play, they'd win 4 games.
Who's the MVP of the New England Patriots?
Ew.
Drake May. Pro Bowler.
No.
It's not Drake May?
No. Second-year pro turned into second-team all-pro season, broke up 11 passes.
The corner there.
Christian Gonzalez.
Yeah, Gonzalez. It's been a good pick.
Boy, we got a lot of young kids. New York Giants.
MVP for the Giants.
Malik Neighbors?
No, that's of course. That rookie running back for them was pretty good too. The Giants, I don't know, man. They got to get a quarterback.
Oh, I got one.
What are the Giants doing at quarterback?
I got one. You tell me who this guy plays for, and I'll pat you on the back.
Okay.
And he's the MVP of his team.
MVP of his team. I'm just going to pull up the standings so I can just see the teams.
Pull up.
I'll just pull up this thing that has all the teams. Okay.
You ready to play?
I'm ready.
Jamian Sherwood. MVP of his team, Jamian Sherwood.
Feels real New Orleans Saints-ish.
Oh, good guess.
Feels Arizona Cardinals.
MVP of the New Orleans Saints was Alvin Kamara.
Okay.
Yeah, he had a really. It sounds.
Arizona Cardinals MVP is Trey McBride. 111 catches.
He got a touchdown the last week of the year. That gave him 1.
2. He had 2 touchdowns.
All right, let me see. All right, let me go through. Here's what you got to do. You got to find the team that doesn't have an obvious MVP.
Right.
Jamian Sherwood.
It's not.
Let me tell you what position Jamian plays.
It's not any of those teams. It could be. I'm just thinking who it could be. It could be. These are bad. It's not.
Wow.
It's not any of those. It could be the Panthers.
Could be the Panthers.
Yeah, that's nice. I like that.
Let's see. No. It could be. No.
Chuba Hubbard, the MVP of the.
Wow.
At 1,195 rushing yards and 10 tutties.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Is it Chuba?
Chuba Hubbard.
Yeah.
Who's the MVP of the Detroit Lions before we guess?
Gibbs.
Yep.
No brainer.
Yeah, I'd have to go.
How about that?
Sherwood. I'm gonna. I don't know where to put him.
Right.
I mean, is he?
Yeah.
I mean, it's not just this, but I put him on a team where I think he could be on, but as bad as they are, Cleveland, it's Myles Garrett. Cincinnati, it's Joe Burrow. Baltimore, it's Lamar. Pittsburgh, it's pick 4 guys. Buffalo, it's Josh Allen. Miami, I mean, Sherwood rings a bell with Miami. Sure, I'm gonna go Miami.
Devon Achane.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Who?
The New York Jets.
Yeah.
Inside backer, breakout year, 158 tackles, 10 tackles for loss, 2 sacks, 3 PBUs. Jamie Sherwood.
Yeah.
MVP of the New York Jets. Never heard of him.
Yeah, I'm guessing Aaron Rodgers is more valuable, but whatever.
Yeah.
Who was it for the?
A lot of them are most.
It's most productive. Sometimes it's most productive. I mean, honestly, guys, would the Eagles be more likely to be in the Super Bowl today if Kenneth Gainwell were playing running back or if Kenny Pickett were playing quarterback?
Ooh.
If it's Kenny Pickett and Saquon Barkley, or it's Jalen Hurts and Kenneth Gainwell, which of those two pairings is more likely to be in the Super Bowl this week?
They wouldn't be in the Super Bowl without Saquon Barkley.
I'm not
They
going
wouldn't
to
be in
lie.
the Super Bowl without
So I would
Jalen.
say Pickett.
They also wouldn't
Pickett
be.
and Barkley.
They would never be in the
No
Super
way.
Bowl with Pickett.
No way.
Never.
No way.
I would
They
say
would never be in the Super Bowl with Hurts and Gainwell.
but they were 2 years ago.
Right. Because that O-line is still intact.
You know, and the D and the other parts
Yeah.
of the team.
There's no way they're in the Super Bowl with Pickett, bro.
Well, yeah, I guess my point is, man, it's easy to go for the most productive guy. At the end of the day, it comes down to this: you can beat all these teams. If you take away their quarterback, they're in deep doo doo.
I mean, how the owner of the Giants?
But Hurts is good, so this is an asterisk, right? If
I'm
you
not ripping Hurts.
No, if you hadn't, right? I'm just saying. I mean, he's had that 2 years ago. He was a top 3 MVP pick. Remember?
Uh-huh.
I don't watch the Eagles every week, but I know that, man, every time the highlights came on, it wasn't Hurts, it was Saquon.
Oh, 100%. No, he's been on an unbelievable run.
Unbelievable
for sure. Been on
season.
an unbelievable run.
Yeah. So
I mean, at the end of the day, no more impressive combo, though, than Lamar and Henry, and that couldn't make it past the divisional round.
Think about that. All right, we're headed to the offseason of the National Football League, and in the offseason, we get the quarterback shuffle.
Okay.
Okay, and I saw an interesting article, and I kind of liked it about how they're going to, if this happens, then this happens. But for now, before we get to that, because Sam Darnold is the linchpin to everything.
Do you believe in Sam Darnold enough to Sam? You know what Sam Darnold feels like? An awful lot like Nick Foles when the Jags signed him.
Yeah,
there's a lot of parallels to me between those two. Now Foles was more of a team success, and he did have one great year. And in fairness to Foles, he had good early years that Darnold never had. I don't believe in Darnold. Do you? Would you take him to be? He seems like a bridge guy.
I was Minnesota. I might see if I can keep him for another year. But the free agency lists are out, and the number one free agent out there is a guy that I don't think I'd sign, man. I just don't.
The number one free agent.
Yes, T. Higgins.
Yeah, those receivers are a dicey group, man.
Yeah.
They're such prima donnas.
Dicey, man.
They're such they can be
I don't know how much he
malcontents.
benefits from Jamar Chase. What do you think? How good is T. Higgins has highlight catches, but he disappears for big stretches. If I'm going to pay him, you're going to have to pay him to be your number one guy.
I'd take Brian Thomas Jr.
Well,
over
the only thing that I would say to that is I don't know that T. Higgins disappears for big stretches. I mean, maybe when he's injured and he's not playing, but I think when he has played, there's a reason why he has, they're giving him that designation. He's been a big play guy. He had a game down the stretch for the Bengals when, they're still needing to win football games. He had a huge game.
Trey Smith is number 2. He would seem like the perfect guy you'd want in Jacksonville.
Yeah.
But, you know who they had ranked as like the second best guard?
Sheriff.
Yeah.
Sheriff seems like you need to keep him, Dan.
Well, I don't think they're gonna. But
it seems like if you were looking,
you're gonna run out the same 5.
I'm not. I don't think Liam Coen is either.
All right.
I don't know what they're going to do. None of them. I don't. You could tell me any of them. You're replacing any of them. I wouldn't bat an eye.
Right.
Because now I'm replacing them with different scouting eyes, with different evaluators. I mean, you just get to a point you can't trust what Balke and Peterson are doing because they continue to do the wrong thing.
Ronnie Stanley's 3rd. DJ Reed is a corner 4th. Chris Godwin, here we go again. We were chasing him 4 years ago.
I think.
But he's Tampa Bay, so you wonder.
Could Christian Kirk give you Cooper Kupp vibes in this offense? I mean, I'm on an island here wanting Kirk to return, just the injury prone where he is.
I'm good with Christian Kirk.
I mean, the cap deal, they just tell you it's too cumbersome. There's not some sort of either redeal. Maybe he'll redo it.
Josh Sweat's a free agent. He's an interesting. He's a young guy.
That's the Eagles.
Yeah.
Is Josh Sweat? He's the Mississippi State Sweat.
He's FSU Sweat.
FSU Sweat. There's 2 Sweats.
I think he's FSU. Javon Holland, then we need a safety. We could use a safety. Zach Bond from Philly is a free agent. Cam Robinson, the 14th rated free agent.
That's a weak year then.
Cam Robinson. Robinson quite possibly played his way above the $20 million per year threshold with the recent precedent of Garrett Bowles' 4-year, $82 million deal as a comp. Rams and Chiefs are teams that could be looking for left tackle help, and a return to Minnesota not totally off the table.
Good luck with all that.
Yeah. Amari Cooper be a free agent again.
Maybe our 4th rounder draft picks will now carry value. We got a 4th rounder for him that if Balke had kept would have been about as valuable as throwing the newspaper off the Buckman Bridge on your morning commute.
Nick Bolton's a guy I like. He's a free agent. It's interesting to see what they do, how they attack it, and where they go. Justin Fields is a free agent. He's part of that quarterback thing. Jamie Sherwood, the MVP of the Jets, is a free agent. He's 25. Why wouldn't he be ranked higher?
I don't know. I guess the guy doing the free
Young
agent
guy.
list isn't the same one that did the MVP list.
I guess not. Oh, my goodness. Not a lot of Jags on the list, by the way, in case you're wondering. As in none.
Sure.
Let's take a break. It's 8:19. Murphy Power Hour is coming up in a little bit, too, as well. It's all happening right here on The Drill.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
The NBA is on 1010XL.
The Orlando Magic head to Portland for an evening matchup against the Trailblazers. Tomorrow night at 9:30 on 1010 a.m.
If you suffer from constant burning, tingling, or numbness in your hands or feet, it could be a serious condition called neuropathy. I'm Dr. Nathan Riddle, DC with Riddle Wellness in Ponte Vedra. Neuropathy is treatable, and we have seen great results by using state-of-the-art, non-invasive therapies to target damaged nerves, reduce symptoms, and improve nerve function. Call 904-395-5598 to schedule your free consultation today and learn how you can live pain-free. Call 904-395-5598.
So happy and proud to be part of the George Moore Chevrolet family. And I say family because that's how they'll treat you from Justin Moore on down. Great people, and great vehicles. And you'll visit the beautiful showroom. You'll find out what I'm talking about. You'll find kind, courteous, smiles, just there to help you. You know, I got my boy Blue. If you want a truck like me, if you want a car, you want an SUV, you want an electric, you want pre-owned, George Moore Chevrolet's got it all. If you can't make it over to Atlantic Boulevard, don't worry. MooreChevy.com. That's more with an E because it's easy to navigate. Is any site you'll look at. All the vehicles are there. Sales, service, parts. Never been more easy to use. I say this, and so do you. George Moore Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
Interested in a unique date night? Gibby here. I took my wife Nikki to Wick a Candle Bar. She made her own custom candle right there in the store. Shop local at Wick a Candle Bar. Locations in San Marco and Jax Beach.
Man, jack of all trades, masters of none? It just feels like at every turn nowadays, every company can do all work. Not us. Hi, Stevie Beatrice here, second-generation plumber right here in Jacksonville, Florida. We are your master plumbing company that only focuses on all your plumbing needs. So for your next plumbing job, don't call another Jack. Call Beatrice Plumbing, where plumbing is what we do and plumbing is what we're great at. Beatrice Plumbing, here to help.
I've known Glenn Coen for a long time as a friend and a lawyer. Persistent and fair, Glenn and his firm have represented clients from North Florida and South Georgia for over 40 years in all kinds of personal injury cases. If I had such a case, call Glenn at Barnes and Coen.
Mike Dempsey here. All right, we're almost a month into the new year. How's that resolution to drop your first 20 to 25 pounds going? Didn't happen? Yeah, well, that's probably because you didn't call Awaken 180 weight loss. I did, and in just 4 weeks, I dropped 23 pounds and was at my goal. But here's the crazy part. It didn't stop there. It was so easy, I kept going. Did it another week. Next thing I know, I'm down 27 pounds. That's right, 27. You know what's wild? I can still see my abs again. I'm not ripped. I don't have a six-pack, but I didn't even think I had those anymore before Awaken 180. It's amazing when you see the results. Feel the results. You just want to keep pushing forward. That's what makes Awaken 180 so different. It's not some medication quick fix where the weight comes off and comes back. It's real results that you can see and feel. Fast results and lasting results. Results that make you want to keep going. To reach a goal you never thought possible. Want the same for you? Then do it. Call the solution for weight loss, Awaken 180 Weight Loss, 844-346-1800, or visit awaken180weightloss.com today.
Every Monday,
David Garrard
calls the signals and looks for you on Jaguars Today from 10 to noon.
Look past left prong. Oh, ready.
Brought to you by WaterboyJacks.com.
Duval
on 1010XL.
Calling all fun-loving citizens of Northeast Florida. Freedom Boat Club needs your help. Lisa the Botanista has gone missing. She left a note that said, "Gone boating." But here's the thing. Freedom Boat Club has 4 local locations, Julington Creek, Jack's Beach, and 2 in St. Augustine, and over 400 locations across the world. That's a lot of water to cover. Is she water skiing on the Ozarks, whale watching in the Pacific, or island hopping in Spain? Or hiding right here at the Black Creek rope swing, or docking at the Conch House? Wait, has anyone checked Fort George Island? Too much to do on the water. So Freedom Boat Club is offering our best discount of all time, so you can help search. You simply make your reservation, show up, and have fun. I gotta go. I'm hopping on a boat to the fish camp for live music and lunch. Maybe I'll find the Botanista there. Or better yet, maybe you'll join us with the best discount ever and enjoy boating made simple. Don't blame us when you start playing hooky too. Visit freedomboatclub.com.
Hey Jacksonville, it's Lauren from Helmets and Heels wishing you a happy new year. Start 2025 off strong by giving your car the expert care it truly deserves at Big Chief Tire. Their skilled technicians will keep your vehicle running smoothly all year long, whether you're commuting, traveling, or just cruising around town. Visit WeKeepJacksRollin.com or call 904-932-0950 to schedule an appointment and start the new year off right. Big Chief Tire keeps Jacks rolling.
What could you do with an extra $75,000 right now, or even a couple $100,000? If you own a home, you can get that money in less than a week with Loan Pronto. Hey, Prosser here. Loan Pronto is the leader in quickly converting your home equity into cold hard cash, so you can pay off all your credit cards or start that home remodel. Loan Pronto has several easy options to let you access the cash from your home. There's virtually no paperwork, no cumbersome process, no junk fees, often no appraisals. Listen, the average homeowner now has over $300,000 in equity. That's your money. Use it. One client got $150,000 out and paid off all their credit cards, 2 car loans, and a personal loan, cutting their monthly expenses by $1,500. You can get approved in as little as 1 day, so act now with no hard credit pull up front. LoanPronto.com or 904-999-1508. Get the money you need for anything at 904-999-1508 or just go to LoanPronto.com. Equal housing lender, NMLS 1661781, subject to lender approval, NMLSconsumeraccess.org.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Make the plays on and off the field. Now get ready for the Lockett Law High School Report. Brought to you by Lockett Law. Know before you blow.
Oh, yeah! high school hoops. We're already, it's amazing, man. The seasons go by so fast. We're already at the end of the high school hoop season.
Really?
Yeah.
Now I guess it's spring. It's time for spring sports.
Oakleaf's always good. Got a really good team, and we got a couple Oakleaf kids in today. Danny Huffman and Jelani Wright from Oakleaf. Shout out to both of them. Jelani is the all-time three-point shooting record holder at Oakleaf. So congrats on that, young man.
Appreciate it.
How you guys doing?
Good.
Yeah? Good. All right. You guys in a bad mood because you lost last night?
A little bit.
Yeah? What happened there?
He's underperformed.
You got to talk into the mic. Right into the mic.
They just came.
They were ready to play. You guys were caught up in the senior night activities.
Yeah.
Is that it? We'll refocus here. We'll get going for the districts. That's all that matters. He's had a great year, right? 16-6?
Yes, sir.
Is that I mean,
it could have been better.
Is Fleming Island in your district?
Nah. No.
Played them twice, huh? You beat them and oh no, two L's.
Twice.
Double overtime though.
Yeah.
Woo.
Oh, that was a barn burner too.
Were you at that one?
Oh, yes, goodness.
Okay. All right. What's the key? Tell me about your team, Jelani.
We could play any pace for real.
Mm-hmm. What pace do you like to play?
I like to play fast. Yes, I like to play.
That's pretty much that's probably sums up most of your oppositions, right? It's up and down game now. Everyone plays fast.
Teams try to speed us up and slow us down, depending on who we play.
How? Give me. How good is First Coast basketball this year on the high school level? Danny, what have you seen out there and about it? Where
First Coast
get you ready.
The whole
area here of basketball, high school scene this year. Get you ready for each and every week and for the postseason, the competition you're running up against.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like we play more competition this year than like the past few years.
Yeah. Who's in your district? Do you know?
Mandarin, Fletcher, First Coast, Nice.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Do you have to win the district to go to the playoffs?
No, we get in at Lars.
So you should get in. You'll get in.
We should.
They say. Right. You never know.
We're not locked yet, or we don't know for sure?
I think FSU was going to get in that football playoff a couple years ago, right? You never know. You don't take anything for granted. That's for doggone sure. So where are we at right now? We're going into district tournament?
We got one left.
Who you probably asked him this already while I'm researching. Who are we finishing with? Menendez. Now, and then it's on to district.
We're looking to play Nice first.
In the districts.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, these are good teams, man. So you got to get through these teams. You're going to be in, you're going to be in good shape heading to. It's hard to win up here in North Florida.
Well, here's what I've noticed about Oakleaf, and tell me if I'm wrong here. You guys have been there. You're seniors, right? So it seems like in the high school state basketball playoffs, Oakleaf and Ponte Vedra run into each other every year. Is that fair to say?
Yeah.
You guys, I mean, that's kind of a little rivalry game, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, you guys, and you played them this year?
In the regular season.
In the regular season.
They play in the regular season.
Now, are they still in the same? Like, is there a collision course there for you two to meet or no?
I don't think so.
No.
I think they moved down.
Oh, okay. So they changed. Because it changes every year.
Well, it gave them just a little nod on their noggin to remember them by, at least.
Oh, there you go.
From the regular season.
I mean, what happened?
Let me ask you a question. It's probably a question for you, Hick.
Yes.
Because I just happened to pull up the girls All-American, the McDonald's All-American, the girls, and but there was a theme in that. There's also in the boys, but like, do IMG and Montverde, are they in the normal Florida
FHSAA?
high school playoffs? Yeah. Because they shouldn't be.
Yeah. I don't think they are.
They're not, right? You got to play these teams that they're putting together like they're at some European national team or something. Those teams are ridiculous, dude. Have you seen these teams?
Yeah.
I got to go play them in the G League. I think they'd win games.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering. As a sidebar. If they're in the playoffs, they shouldn't be.
Who's your favorite NBA player, Danny?
Probably Anthony Edwards.
Anthony Edwards. How about you, John? We like to stay current with the kids, see who they watch, who they like.
Probably John Wall.
John Wall. Okay.
Dang, man.
Way back when.
They got to be alive, bro. Dr. J was taken already? Huh? Dang, John Wall. John Wall can play.
Yeah.
He can play. Damn,
Let me ask you this.
In other words, that's your dad's favorite player. That's what just happened.
Let me ask you this.
Uncle's favorite player.
If you could go to any college basketball program and play, where would you go?
Maryland.
Maryland.
That's where I'm from, Maryland.
Okay, that's fair.
That's a
How
good
about
one.
you?
Yeah, probably same. We both from Maryland.
Oh, y'all
You're
are?
both Maryland?
Yeah.
Y'all know Steve Francis?
Yeah, you should have said Stevie Francis. You don't remember him?
They
He's
don't know.
early 2000s. He led Maryland to a title. They won it all. 02, though. You weren't even born, so who are we kidding?
Yeah. They don't know. They don't know.
Fair enough. All right, well, good luck to you cats down the stretch here.
Let's get some dubs.
Yeah, basketball was my favorite sport, so I'll just leave you with the shooters shoot, man. Fire it up.
What is your favorite game of the year so far, Jelani?
Favorite game.
Yeah, do you have one? What was your most memorable moment this year at Oak Cliff?
Probably Ponte Vedra.
Ponte Vedra.
I broke 2 records.
So that's a good day.
Tied one and broke 1 record.
All right. So. Shout out to what's your favorite class at Oak Leaf?
Well, I'm old school, so.
How about you?
Oh, hold on. It's a hard decision.
Uh-huh.
Math.
4th
period.
4th period. Yeah. Teacher is who?
Miss Thomas.
Shout out Miss Thomas. All right, fellas, get out of here. Appreciate you guys. Oak Leaf High School basketball 16-6 this year. Ready to make some noise in the postseason. We're back in Murphy Power Hour coming up down the road. This is The Drill on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
This is Kyle Busch. The Candyman comes. Kyle Busch gets it done at Charlotte. He is now won everywhere.
And you're listening to 1010XL Jack Sports Radio.
What's happening, sports bettors? It's your boy Eats and the Tea here from my bookie. And our listeners been killing it. And we're now set for the final stretch of the road to New Orleans. My bookie is the one sports book that got your back. No fluff, no second guessing. Just straight up action. Does your other sports book pay you when you push on a bet? My bookie does. And if you're new to the game and not sure where to start, we've got you covered. Step up and use our promo code 1010XL, and that'll double your bankroll with 50% deposit bonus right off jump. Here's a pro tip for you. The big game prop bets are going to be plentiful, so take a hard look at the player props and the wacky big game props you see each year from MyBookie. Stack that with the MyBookie Risk-Free Thursdays. So what you waiting for? That's right. There's a new risk-free odds boost every Thursday. To find the bet, click the Bet Boost tab and scroll down. If it hits, you win. If it doesn't, MyBookie refunds you your money back. It's the best sign-up bonus for Florida bettors in the industry. The road to New Orleans is here for the big game. So bet anything, anytime, anywhere with MyBookie. Come on, somebody.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
He's not Pistol Pete, he's Pete Prisco.
Been on the wanted list almost 20 years.
CBS Sports senior NFL writer Pete Prisco joins The Franchi Show Friday afternoons on 1010XL. Brought to you by Showtime Sports Cards and Collectibles.
Hey everybody, it's Mike Dempsey. Here in North Florida, you know that when temperatures go up and your AC goes out, you need help now. Like right now. Like lickety-split. So why not call Lickety Split and get same-day emergency service for your AC? Now, I bet you've seen their trucks all over town because they've got dozens of certified technicians ready to repair not only your AC, but your home's plumbing and electrical, too. So when you want it done right and you need it done right now, call Lickety Split, AC, Plumbing, and Electric.
You've probably heard the saying, it's not how hard you get hit, it's whether or not you get back up. Well, I'm attorney Brett Hastings, and I have a saying of my own. If you get hit with a personal injury or wrongful death, hit back and fight to make them pay. At Hastings Injury Law, we have the experience you want if you or a loved one suffer a car or trucking accident or wrongful death. Just call 904-HIT-BACK and we'll help you get up and hit back. Office is Jacksonville.
The big game is almost here, and Sonny's Barbecue wants you to win a barbecue feast. Text Sonny's to the text line brought to you by Lifetime Flooring at 641-1010 for your chance to win. 641-1010.
You don't have to be a football star to get a signing bonus. The team at Republic Services needs your skills, and they're paying up to $5,000 for you to join the roster. You'll be joining a winner. As an essential business, the Republic Services trucks have not stopped rolling with hourly and weekly pay and better benefits and vacation packages than the rest of the league. Driver trainees, $1,000 sign-on bonus. CDL drivers, $3,000. Diesel mechanics, $5,000 bonus. Join the winning team at Republic Services today. Visit republicservices.com.
Equal opportunity employer. D1 Training East Jacksonville invites you to their mega NFL football camp at the Bowl School, February 1st from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. Ages 7 through 16. Get hands-on coaching from former NFL players at every single station. The coaches lineup put together by Connor and Sam at D1 is proudly sponsored by Tim Tebow. To sign up, call 904-901-6470.
Here's good advice from your friends here at 1010XL. I'm Frank Frangie. The next time you need to send a gift for a birthday, anniversary, wedding, or just for the fun of it, call the experts at Kuhn Flowers. For over 75 years, Kuhn Flowers does it right.
It all begins with Speed Weeks, presented by Advent Health, February 12th through 16th. The Daytona 500 is sold out, but you can still win a 4-pack of tickets to all the other Speed Weeks races. What anniversary of the Great American Race does 2025 mark? Text the anniversary number to 641-1010. What anniversary of the Great American Race does 2025 mark? Text the answer to 641-1010 for a chance to win a 4-pack of tickets to Speed Weeks races.
Man, I love dealing with the Kaproskis and Goosehead Insurance, man. Why? Because they believe in customer service. Craig and Chris Kaprosky have teamed up to take care of all my insurance needs, and they'll take care of yours as well. Listen, if you have something happens to you, you call them. They get you your information that day. They call you right back. It's important to them. Whether it be homeowners, auto, flood, boat insurance, small business, the Kaproskis are there for your time of need. How do I know? Because, man, I use them all the time. Homeowners, man, they did a great job with me. Auto, just my daughter just bundled hers with her husband, saved a bunch of money. Get an insurance checkup today. Easy to do. Craig.Kaprosky at goosehead.com. That's Craig.Kaprosky, K-O-P-R-O-S-K-I at goosehead.com. Or call 478-8422. That's 478-8422. Craig and Chris Kaprosky are part of the Goosehead Insurance family, part of our family as well.
Visit Monahan Jewelers now through Valentine's Day for savings on all GIA certified diamonds and discounts store-wide up to 40% off and interest-free financing on all purchases. Certified diamonds, gemstones, engagement rings, diamond studs, designer brands. Monahan's has it all. We're not a chain store. We're your local family jeweler since 1977 with a world-class inventory of fine jewelry and diamonds and gemstones available in any size. Support your local family jeweler now through Valentine's with huge savings in our inventory. Monahan Jewelers in Atlantic Beach.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
All right, we're back on a Beach Roast Plumbing Wednesday. Like family Beach Roast is there, whether it's a plumbing emergency or maybe a planned project. Trust my friends at Beach Roast Plumbing. Man, they've been doing it generations here on the First Coast. Let me ask you guys hypotheticals here. As the Jaguars have a new head coach. If after 3 years, Liam Coen is 34-17 with 2 playoff appearances in 3 years and 1 division title. That'd be a good start.
Keep him.
You're good there.
Yes.
Okay, we're just doing measuring. Okay, 34-17, 2 playoff appearances, 1 division title.
Uh-huh.
Okay, what if he has been there? If he's been here 6 years, he is 6 games under 500. But has 2 division titles and a trip to the Super Bowl.
Keep him.
And by the way, in the last 2 years were both above 500. They were non-playoff years, 9-8, 9-8. But through 6 years, a championship game appearance, a Super Bowl game appearance, 2 other 9-8 seasons. Would that be okay? Would we be okay with a
trip to the Super Bowl? Man, yes.
Okay. And then the third guy, what if through 6 years, he's 67-33, and he's been to the playoffs 5 of those 6 years, and went to 2 conference championship games.
I'm keeping all 3
of get his name on the pride of the Jags.
Yeah. Those are and again, you can only hope, but those are the 3 those are the three that came out from Sean McVay there with the Rams in these types of positions that Liam Coen has, had with these various teams. Those were the records of Zach Taylor, Matt LaFleur, and Kevin O'Connell, which gives you hope that brain trust is sprouting winning football, that they're taking a lot of the, incorporations of what they do in LA, and they try, and I think it's more relevant because you can't find the guy who left and wasn't good.
I just the only
that's the one you can't find.
Everybody has positives and negatives, and I'm like I said, I could care less about the press conference. I could care less about Duval. I do pause for concern that we were the only ones who interviewed him. That seems a little odd to me. So that
you counter with his own team willing to make him the highest paid coordinator in the league.
Yeah, coordinator.
I know. I'm just saying as to what his value would be or his capabilities are.
Our buddy Daniel Murphy's here today. Hello, Daniel. Good morning, Daniel. What do you? Play the intro.
Murphy Power Hour.
Appreciate that. That ball's well hit to right. I mean, really well hit to right.
Boys of summer, it's getting warmer out there.
Daniel Murphy has struck again. Daniel Murphy has homered for the 5th straight postseason game.
Presented by ITP Partners on 1010XL.
Yes. So we haven't talked to you since the hire. What?
Yeah, last Wednesday, or the snow day.
Yes.
Rolled out of here, and we're hoping that Liam wouldn't say no.
Yeah. What are your thoughts about him after watching him in action?
Oh, I'm really pleased.
Mm-hmm.
I think that as you look at the course of events, I saw you shout out 71. Tony Baselli came flying in and joking, but saved the day. No, I think my thoughts on it were once we go back and decide to go after Coen again, you have to get him.
You did,
and we did, and we got the player, we got the coach, and to your point. Jeff talking about the raise he was going to get. I mean, the Bucs were going to pay him, and just they didn't want him taking more interviews, which was an interesting setup as that finished up last week. But again, we got the player, and to your point on the press conference yesterday, and I thought he settled in as it went on. I thought he sounded the most confident and kind of excited when you asked him. He was asked about like the run game. I mean, I got the sense that since the offensive game is so much motion now that he was going to be a little bit more like flag football-ish when I heard him talk about offense, but it's some real meat and potatoes, like offensive line, like line of scrimmage.
You didn't go through a coaching change.
Not in the middle of the season. I was
because you were with Terry the whole time, right?
Terry, and then our coach, the Mets manager, Willie Randolph got fired, and then Jerry Manuel, but I was in the minor leagues at that time and got called up later in the season.
Yeah, they did Willie dirty. They fired him out west.
Wait till you go out west. Yeah, not a record.
They did him dirty. So yeah, it's even in an off season. Obviously when you went to Washington, you had a different skipper. So I see how that worked. But nothing else happened like that for you in your career. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how these guys react. And football obviously is so different from baseball in terms of system and verbiage and things of that nature, right? I mean.
I'm sure if you're a player, and I was just clearing my throat. I wasn't trying to. I'm sure if you're a player, changing coach is always welcome. It ain't us. Gives you that brief moment of it's not us, it's him.
Well, I don't know about all that. He'd still be here if we all played a little better, myself included.
Yeah, I don't know if everyone has that same mindset. It's been my experience from talking and knowing and being around, and I don't think every player is as altruistic in his thoughts.
Yeah, any sort of coaching change, I always viewed it as like
a failure.
Not a failure, but more as like those things are outside of your control. What is within my control is I head into camp or the off season and getting to know the new skipper and what his expectations are. And in football, new playbook, new staff, all those things to learn. But I didn't.
You can turn it around so quick. I mean, and just if you're a good coach and you got decent personnel. I mean, this is not a tie-in at all. I'm just thinking about current teams in the NFL and success stories this year, and the Vikings are a perfect example. They gave away their quarterback. The quarterback they drafted got hurt. Daniil Hunter was gone. They made all kinds of moves, and they were better than they had been.
Yeah.
So it's not that, you get the right people, smart people, you win.
Yeah, we're not. It's not far away. It feels like it, but I think between the division and just the year-to-year annualness of the NFL.
It will be
and any sport.
fascinating to watch this era, and because I really at this point, I have no idea what this Jaguar team can do. I mean, they were such a disappointment. And then did they overachieve to stay at 9-8? The run that they're on right now is terrible. I mean, it's just I have no idea what we're going to see. How many changes are there going to be? Do I like these running? He said he liked the running backs. I don't know. Do I'm going to win with these running backs? Do I need more offense? He's an offensive guy, man. Do I want? Listen, I know you guys want. I know my GM, who I'll have some say in picking. I know we want to build from inside out, but golly, I sure like this kid from Arizona. I'd like him to play wide receiver with BTJ. Will be unstoppable. I mean, who knows?
Yeah, I think that as you were talking earlier, the personnel decisions going forward. So the staff's getting set. Got the defensive coordinator. They'll work on the front office and the GM, and we got some space in there for Tony, our Hall of Famer. But as you go forward, all the decisions made now will tell us exactly what the Coen and the new staff think about personnel and what they're trying to accomplish. You were talking earlier about how much we may lead to renegotiate or restructure salaries. Or, just
I would be shocked if they don't. You hit on what I think. It's not run game greatness isn't sexy. Get the fans going, right? Throwing the ball around, scoring points. It's quarterbacks, it's receivers, but. The run game that he completely revitalized in Tampa. I mean, they were 28th one year, and then the next year they were top 5. And I would say this: expect the Jaguars to grab a running back somewhere around 3 through 5 because he has seen that strategy work. It worked with Bucky Irving, 4th rounder. You look at Kyron Williams for the Rams, and they didn't get him in the first round. The Rams have found their running backs, kind of in the middle, tucked away in the middle of the drafts there too.
Yeah, I thought that when he spoke about the running game in Tampa, he immediately just praised the selflessness of the Buccaneers players, like just really lifted them up and how selfless they were and sacrificing to run. And they were bottom of the league the year before, and they had all come into camp and were just Mike Evans is out there getting dirty. So I really did enjoy Coen really felt like he just buzzed when he talked about the run game and just meeting you at the line of scrimmage. So I thought it's just a different way than I thought he was going to look at offense. And then I was a little, and I was going to listen to what you guys had to say on it, but I was a little concerned personally because he had spent some time in college, but to hear him say that he went back specifically to call plays.
Right.
Like that. So that's what his focus has been. It's like, I want to go somewhere and get these
and
reps.
He's gotten to a point of his life that you can appreciate. That college is not conducive to having young kids. And from a style of life now, if you have the option, the NFL's an easier job than college football. College football is a pain. It keeps you away on the road recruiting. It keeps you away from a young family. Even good college coaches bounce around all over the place, right? Top coaches, and where the NFL is a more stable lifestyle. If you're successful, at either, it's the more stable. Not to mention higher profile.
Totally different question, but I was just looking this up to see if either of you two know this. Shift gears here before we head to break. But this surprised me, and I consider myself somewhat of a Mets historian. Who do you think's won what skipper has won the most postseason games for the Mets in their history? Daniel Murphy. We'll ask the former Met first.
Terry Collins.
Terry Collins is a good guess. Terry Collins, 8-7 in the postseason.
I would say Bobby Valentine.
Bobby Valentine.
Yeah.
13-11.
That quickly came to me.
Yeah.
He's the 2000 World Series, so you got to win games to get there.
I would have thought about Davey Johnson, who, took
shorter series, not as many games back then. You win one and you go.
Postseason games now.
Yeah.
And because you played us in that NSCS a couple of times, didn't you? And it won World Series.
Our guy Mendy's 7-6. He's just one win behind Terry Collins.
And they get there quicker with that wild card. You'll get there quicker.
13 games.
Yeah, you'll get there quick, and the Mets should be a playoff team for a few years. You would expect, right? It'd be disappointment if not.
It would be disappointing.
Yeah.
I was just curious. All right, let's do this.
By the way, I mean, I'm very aware of the headlines that are written, and like the rest of the world. I'm just going to go by what the headline says. So you guys are in big trouble because apparently there are rumors the Braves are going to poach star pitcher from the Mets. So I hope you guys can get over the loss of Luis Quintana. I hope you somehow.
Is that who you're getting?
I don't know. I've seen him. I want to get Flaherty. I don't know what we're waiting
Quintana.
on. Yeah, that's what I say. Juan.
You're waiting on Jack Flaherty to take less money. That's what you're waiting on.
Well, I don't care what. I don't know. I give him as much as he wants. I'm not talking about the money. I'm waiting on him. I want to sign him.
Yeah.
I don't of the pitchers that are left. Not many there.
Yeah, but they're still there.
Yeah,
and they're still the trade market too.
Yeah, and the Braves have been somewhat linked to there.
You know what's incredible about baseball, man? All these young kids, they never stop coming. And I was just looking at baseball's. They rank their top 100 young players.
Mm-hmm.
And, of course, well, what a surprise. The Dodgers with number one, Roki.
How's that? That doesn't even count. That feels like a major league pro.
Well, he's a pro.
He's 23.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You're in this. If you're in this rotation at the start of the year, you're not a prospect to me.
But
you're a player.
If you're a Red Sox fan, you can't wait to see this kid, Roman Anthony. He's number 2. Minnesota has a kid, Walker Jenkins.
When you get down to about 83 and find a Brave, let me know.
Yeah. Actually, the Red Sox have 2 of the top 4.
The Red Sox have a good system.
Yeah.
After
maybe they're coming
moving on a
back.
catcher to get the crochet as well.
Yeah.
I'm excited about the baseball season getting going.
Yeah, Dylan Cruz from LSU and Washington.
But he's kind of been behind the Langford and Skeens and those other dudes have gotten there quicker.
Yeah, but Max Clark was a high draft pick from Detroit a few years ago.
What did Jack Caggs do in his brief
he was
time last year?
He had some homers.
Anybody paying attention? No, nothing.
Yeah. But he'll be on a fast path if
he's accurate.
Yeah, if he's accurate.
Is he pitching?
No.
Just hitting, playing first?
Hitting, yeah. Pitching days are done.
Who drafted him?
Kansas City.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's right. Yeah, they got that Wood Jr. is the deal now. Bobby Wood Jr. He's a real deal out there. Yeah. They got a legitimate, probably top 3-ish type superstar coming.
Yeah, he's there.
He's already there.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, I'll take a break. We'll come back more. It's the Murphy Power Hour brought to you by ITB Partners right here on The Drill.
Wait, what are these numbers right here for?
It's
1010XL. Let's count to 10, all right? Now you can watch 1010XL shows all day on X, Facebook, and YouTube. Brought to you by MyBookie. Experience Vegas from the comfort of your phone anytime, anywhere. Sign up today. Use promo code 1010XL.
Mike Dempsey here. All right, we're almost a month into the new year. How's that resolution to drop your first 20 to 25 pounds going? Didn't happen? Yeah, well, that's probably because you didn't call Awaken 180 weight loss. I did, and in just 4 weeks, I dropped 23 pounds and was at my goal. But here's the crazy part. It didn't stop there. It was so easy. I kept going. Did it another week. Next thing I know, I'm down 27 pounds. That's right, 27. You know what's wild? I can still see my abs again. I'm not ripped. I don't have a six-pack, but I didn't even think I had those anymore before Awaken 180. It's amazing when you see the results. Feel the results. You just want to keep pushing forward. That's what makes Awaken 180 so different. It's not some medication quick fix where the weight comes off and comes back. It's real results that you can see and feel. Fast results and lasting results. Results that make you want to keep going. To reach a goal you never thought possible. Want the same for you? Then do it. Call the solution for weight loss, Awaken 180 Weight Loss, 844-346-1800, or visit awaken180weightloss.com today.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
Jimerson Burr is a full-service, Florida-based commercial law firm that has experience and capabilities to handle any legal issue a business is confronted with. Learn more about what they can do for you at jimersonfirm.com.
A lot of companies will tell you they're the best. At Custom Tree Surgeons, they show you every time. Custom Tree Surgeons has built an all-pro team. Every tree service professional has years of experience, continually trained and certified. They know what, when, and how to handle any job. It gets done efficiently and quickly by a team of experts. So for tree trimming, removal, stump grinding, and emergency services, forget any name other than Custom Tree Surgeons. There is no job they can't do better. Go to website CustomTreeSurgeons.com. That's CustomTreeSurgeons.com, and let them show you how the job is supposed to get done.
Yo, E.T. here for Twin Peaks. And Twin Peaks, boy, is the best in the game. Here, your favorite drafts are poured at a frosty 29 degrees, and rare barrel-aged whiskeys are served just the way you want them. It's bigger game days and bolder fight nights, too. I mean, where else can you find a scratch kitchen that always comes through in the clutch every day, from lunch to late night? Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar. Stick around after the sun sets, too. Twin Peaks is the only one that's open real late. Wind down with bourbon and late night bites. Come on, somebody.
Super Sunday.
Everyone wants to be a part of NFL history.
The players, the plays, the preparation.
Gave yourself an opportunity to do something special.
Tackle the top storylines and prepare for the game of the year with 1010XL and Window World of Northeast Florida. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic and Air Conditioning has your back. Start the year fresh. No leaks, no clogs, no excuses. Call Duck Rooter at 904-862-6769 today. Because when you're stuck, call the Duck. Right now, get $50 off any service of $150 or more.
Hey gang, Prosser here. If you think you have problems related to the need to sell your home, we have solutions. And by we, I don't mean me. I mean ChadandSandy.com. That's Chad, A-N-D, Sandy.com. Call them today at 904-414-6200. Look, the problems could fall into a variety of areas. Maybe you want guaranteed no-hassle home sale, but don't want to give up hard-earned equity to do it. Maybe you need more space with a growing family. Doesn't matter what the problems are. You go to Chad and Sandy. Those problems are fixed. With all the recent talk about interest rates and economic uncertainty, you may be wondering if now is the right time to sell your home. Will you get the price you need? What about repairs or showings? The good news, you don't have to figure it out by yourself. You call my agents, Chad and Sandy Newman. They will deliver. Your home sold at an agreed-upon price and deadline, or they will buy it. No required costly repairs. Pick your move date. No long-term contracts. The success stories are rolling in from all over town. Find out for yourself. Call Chad and Sandy today. That's Chad, A-N-D, Sandy.com.
Hey folks, Mike Dempsey here for Pella Windows and Doors. Look, it's kind of cooling down right now. I love opening my windows up this time of year. If you're looking to upgrade your windows in your home, I want you to visit the Pella showroom on Phillips Highway. Ask about their latest hurricane and impact-resistant windows and doors, rated #1 by Consumer Reports in all 3 main window categories. You want quality, style, and protection? Visit PellaJacks.com and the showroom on Phillips Highway just north of Bay Meadows. That's Pella Windows and Doors online at PellaJacks.com.
This is Hayes Carline here to help you break free from the chains of pest infestation. The talk of this town is Kingfish Pest Control. By now, many of your neighbors have already joined the Kingfish Revolution, leaving their homes and lawns protected and pest-free. Now it's your turn. Call Kingfish Pest Control and say goodbye to termites, ants, mosquitoes, and other annoying pests. Trust me, you'll get exceptional service and understand why your neighbors and I use Kingfish Pest Control, proud partner of the Jaguars.
Instant Keys. You don't have to go to the dealer. Instant Keys comes to you. Call 904-722-1111.
Instant Keys saves the day if you've lost or broken keys. They can program new keys and remotes for nearly every make and model of vehicle at a fraction of the dealership cost. Fast, honest, and reliable locksmith service. Call Instant Keys, 722-1111.
Hi, I'm Mac with Baker Glass. If you've got fogged up windows, let me help. We'll replace them with clear, insulated units that brighten up your home. People say we're fast, friendly, and reliable. Just check out our Google reviews. Call me today. Baker Glass. No one treats you better.
Collisions happen on every play in football. Collisions also happen every day on the road. If you need auto body repair, from a $30 job to a $30,000 job, trust San Jose Collision in Mandarin.
Here's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, sponsored by Southern Oak Insurance. The Jaguars invite fans to hear Coach Liam Coen on Thursday from 6 to 8 at Everbank Stadium. Admission is free, but advance registration is required at jaguars.com/Coach Coen. Florida men's basketball continues to have the week off from games before traveling to 6th-ranked Tennessee on Saturday for a rematch of the Gators win over the Volunteers from earlier this season. The head coach Todd Golden, the break came at just the right time. North Florida men's basketball team remains home to host Stetson in its home suits and sneakers game this evening at 7 p.m. North Florida has 5 players who are currently averaging double digits points per game, and they lead the all-time series. That's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. I'm Sam Nelson.
At 9 o'clock, it's 51 degrees. Your time and your temp is brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
It's time.
Now, it's time for the 9 o'clock nasty on the drill.
We're wasting time.
Here are Jeff Prosser, Dan Hicken, and E.T.
All right, it's the Murphy Power Hour today, so pleased to have the former NLCS MVP, JU Great Hall of Famer. I bring that up because I want to throw a little attention to your Alma's way. I don't know if people are paying attention, but JU basketball is playing terrific.
Yeah,
They've won, I think, 7 in a row, and they got a big one at home tonight against Florida Gulf Coast, who is they're the kind of the brand of the conference, right? Gulf Coast made that trip to the Final Four so many years ago, or Elite Eight. I can't remember where Florida beat them, but it was pretty deep along. And JU is number 1 in the conference, 7-1. Florida Gulf Coast is second in the league at 6-2. So Swisher Gym should be a pretty hopping place tonight, 7 o'clock. JU, Florida Gulf Coast, and then on Saturday, it's the River City Rumble. JU and UNF will meet over on JU's campus. So
and you said you got alumni baseball game?
Alumni. So we'll have the game on the field going, and then the River City Rumble. So I'll have probably some action going.
Will you, when you step into the box, will you point to center field?
No, I won't do that.
No.
I usually take the first one, and this one really pisses my wife off to no end when I used to do it. Well, I only did it when I played the second time, but I'll take it and I'll start walking towards the pitcher before I'll just walk towards him. You know what I mean? She goes, I hate it. And I was like, well, you're a pitcher, so maybe I'm doing something.
That'll be fun, though.
Yeah, it's a blast. It's a blast. We have a golf tomorrow. It'll be fun.
Interesting questions on the text line. I love baseball, and pitchers and catchers are on the way. The Braves just got a memo that the offseason has begun, so we'll see if something happens here in the next few weeks. MLB's just not going to give Trevor Bauer a
It sure doesn't seem that way, does it?
What doesn't he have stuff? Or
yeah.
I mean, he went over. Where did he go? Japan or somewhere? He went to South Korea. He went somewhere and dominated at some lesser league.
He pitched
or
in
Mexican
or both. Mexico last year and grabbed 100 and something innings.
Is he that untouchable? I mean, he's the worst human being in Major League history, huh?
I think that it's not. Yeah, he'd be productive on the field. I don't think there's a single team that thinks they would come close to winning the press conference. They would lose it so poorly they won't.
It's just not worth the distraction. And by the way, Bauer now has got to be starting to get up in the mid-30s, doesn't he?
Yeah, he still throws. He has his YouTube channel.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
I watch
and he's creating content. And,
of course, it's easy striking out high school kids, but nonetheless.
Yeah, and it's but
he'll bring in and it's fun for them, but he'll bring in young amateur players. Sometimes they're college. Sometimes they're just some guy in a bar who says he can hit somebody. That kind of thing. It's actually kind of fun.
He's a barnstormer, is what he is.
He is a barnstormer.
Yeah. So he won't.
No,
I just wondering because if he is going to be in, I mean, I'll take an L on a press conference to give me 15 starts if he wants to go down to Atlanta.
Too big for the organizations. They just won't. Yeah, they won't do it.
But is there more that we don't know, or is it what we know?
I think it's what we. It's what we know, which is what the one, and then there were there. Yeah, it was the one woman. With the claim.
Duval. 904.
Ooh, spooky. It's haunted Duval. That's all right.
Skipper was nervous. I don't blame him. He's the same age as me. Like I'm nervous too.
It was just one of those things, and I think Pra said it. It's a battle cry, and so if you go half on the do, you're dead.
Mm-hmm.
You got to go all the way in.
Right.
That's how you got to do it.
Yeah, it's not a game show guess.
Yeah.
Question mark, Duval.
Like he was asking a question.
Yeah, I know.
He did. He kind of raised his eyebrows.
He got stuck. He's like, I've started back. There's nowhere I can go from here.
There's nowhere.
I'm not deep
You're
enough.
dead.
Vol?
No.
Did that work?
Yeah.
No, it didn't.
No, it didn't.
Aren't they doing some sort of little meet and greet pep rally tomorrow if you want to get down? And,
pep rally.
Get a
tomorrow.
redo on a redo Vol, we'll call it.
Yeah.
I got some numbers here I want to pass along to you guys. I'll do it in the form of the dailies double take. The sandwich of the month coming up in February. Oh, it's
DLT?
It's a Cuban.
Okay. I rock with that too.
I'm gonna rock it. We'll rock a sack full of them in here one day next week. Here is the numbers are in here for the Daily's Double Take. Brought to you by the Dash. Stop by and get some of that deliciousness piled high. All right, I'm gonna give you these numbers: 919,000, 9 o'clock Tuesday start, week 1. 1.05 million viewers, 7 o'clock Tuesday start, week 2. That was with Tiger Woods. Down to 682,000 week 3, Tuesday start, 7 o'clock. Now, week 4, I have the ratings. Week 4 of the TGL. The week 4
you got
was
Tiger,
Monday night. And it was Tiger and Rory. So we went 919, 1.05 million, 682. What was Monday night's Rory Tiger You guys seen this anywhere, or is this going to be news to you?
Back up to $1 million.
I'd say no higher than that.
I'd say 1.1 million.
1.1, so from 1.05. Nope, second lowest, 864. Didn't do a dadgum thing having Tiger and Rory in there. Didn't have a dadgum thing doing it on Monday night.
However, I think that, and again, I don't know what you're comparing them to. Like, I think they would be happy with that kind of number.
Yeah, I don't know. I just think
number.
Here's what's amazing to me. We live in a country of 335 million. For all the expense and fanfare to get less than $1 million,
350.
But to get less than $1 million of them, it's amazing to me that more people don't watch out of curiosity. It's such a small number to me. Maybe I should give it credit for being bigger than it is. There is some demos are starting to come out.
Mm-hmm.
The average age of a PGA Tour viewer. You guys want to guess? Average age PGA Tour
like
viewer.
Baseball high.
It's definitely high.
Yeah,
but at
46.
50? Higher.
55?
63.
Yeah.
Wow. Saturday, Sunday, PGA Tour golf. The average age of the now this is coming from Rory, so I got to fact check. The average age of TGL viewers higher than you at 50.
Still 50.
Still 50.
Yeah, still golf.
But this just proves the saying. This is good news for us, Hick. 50's the new 60.
E, did you watch any of it?
Yeah, I watched it.
Okay.
Yeah, I kind of enjoy it.
Okay.
Like I said, it's growing on me, and I thought Tigers was better than the other one. So the fact that here's what's I don't know, curious to me. I'm surprised if you put Tiger and Rory on Monday night at 7 and you can't get that. How are you going to have more viewers than that?
Yeah, and it was Dan. You guys were saying it was like their best kind of entertainment performance, right? With the competition.
Are they cross promoting?
Yeah.
Yes.
Are they cross promoting on PGA Tour Saturday and Sunday? Because they should be. Wouldn't that help? Say, hey, don't forget tomorrow night it's TGL.
I guess they are, but I haven't
see
watched
Scheffler and Finau battle so and so. Like, because it's woefully under promoted. And ESPN used to be a better promotion vehicle because they had a lot more viewers. They've lost half of their viewership.
The only promotion that ESPN does for golf is this: Georgia, 100 days.
Yeah, that's true.
Till we return to Augusta. That's about it.
That is. Yeah.
That's about it. I don't think they do any other golf promos.
Wow.
That's it. And it starts in the cold, wintry days of January where folks up north are shivering and they show those.
Scotty Van Pelt pushes it.
Yes, yes. And that's it.
Tony has texted the program this morning.
Tony Baselli?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. They should just let 71 coach and Liam be the OC. Oh, maybe that didn't come from Tony. That's coming from someone else. My bad. Yeah, that wasn't from. Oh, yeah, I've got.
It all starts
thank you.
with Dan Hicken and Jeff Frost.
That was that. I should have cross-referenced the number clearly.
Well, how great? Well, I would say, how great is that for our city to have Tony and a Hall of Famer come in and really be able to help out?
That's great.
This course of events.
I think it matters
how unsteady it seems.
I think it matters if someone loves the team.
Yeah.
Not just indebted, not just likes, not just wants to lead. I mean, loves, like Steve Spurrier going to coach the Gators, or Kirby Smart to Georgia, whatever it is, man. When it's real, there's a connection there with Tony and this team that's not going to be there from any other coach they ever hire. It's just not.
Yeah.
And then, to listen to him talk, I like the kind of dealer's choice that each of the coaches got in their presentation. Because you asked Tony, like, what were the presentations, and it was. Up to the coaches how they wanted to.
Kind of what I thought. How creative do you want to be? What do you want to do?
What do you think about us? What do you think about you? What do you think about us and you?
What would you do to how are we going to win next year? I think that's a question Shad and Tony are asking. Well, I'll tell you why. You got so and so.
Right.
We did this, that, and the other, and it'd be fun to sit in on one of those.
Oh, yeah.
You like to throw away. You like to throw together like docs. Like how good would just the process be?
Yeah.
Somebody would let you come in and go through finding a head coach, and it would never happen because it's too private.
Just got to be so creative.
Listen, don't say never. I never thought I would see a owner of a football team in an office with a coach and a general manager when the coach is saying, hey, we got to find out if the guy we're paying $40 million a year can play. His job is not to hand it off to a guy making $12 million a year. And then the owner's saying, this guy ends up in Philadelphia, I'm going to be I'm going to lose my mind.
And imagine if he had added in the Super Bowl with the Eagles.
I mean,
who are you rooting for in the Super Bowl?
Are you kidding me?
I find myself rooting for the Chiefs.
Yeah.
I did in the championship, and
I don't know, dude. I'm going to let it play out. I hate it.
Yeah,
I'm not over it.
America hates the matchup. That seems to be the word everywhere. America hates the matchup. It's
I can't honestly
not an attractive matchup.
I got to let it see. I really don't know.
There's been one good thing,
I don't like
and
either.
by the way, you guys take this in good fun, right?
Yeah.
I mean, just settle down. It's sports.
Uh-huh.
But the fascination and the reality of hating Philadelphia used to be a Northeastern thing.
Yeah.
If you were in Boston or
Yeah.
New York or Jersey in some places or Washington, D.C., you hated Philly. It's This Eagles Super Bowl run, I didn't feel it the last time.
Mm-hmm.
This Eagles Super Bowl run is just open up Pandora's box of the blatant public knowledge that the whole country hates Philly. They hate their fans. They hate the way they act. They hate the kind of people they are. No one is rooting. The fact that this is being like half and half.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this is like the Chiefs have become the villain through their success and otherwise, and yet I don't feel like it feels like Philly should be the team that everyone would want to win, and I'm not feeling that. And I think it's just because now it's outside of just you don't have to live in Dallas to hate Philly.
Yeah. Well, some of the Twitter hasn't helped with that. They had the one incident with the Eagles fan, and then I think that on the way out from the stadium there was some more some more extracurriculars going out. So which happens everywhere, but
sure.
It's fandom. Fandom is
we're fanatics, right?
Yes,
Is
we
that
are.
what
All right, let's grab a break. We'll come back. We'll keep it rolling with Murph. I got to ask him about the latest with. I remain fascinated about this Alonzo Boris Coen thing, and now
it's dragged on for sure.
Now they're saying, the door's not closed all the way yet, and almost to an expectation that he's going to be back with the Mets.
I got baseball questions for Daniel. I got baseball questions for Daniel as well. So we'll come back with a little hardball talk. It is a Beach Roast Plumbing Wednesday on The Drill.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
Because at the end of your workday, you just might need a lift.
Let's go home.
Let the Franchi Show drive you home.
Are we ready? Yes. Good.
Afternoons on 1010XL.
Would you like to drive for a while?
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Is your dog Team Rough or Team Fluff? It's officially Puppy Bowl season at Dogtopia Jacksonville Beach Boulevard. They're getting MVPs, most valuable pups, ready for the big game. Your dog deserves a tail-wagging day of fun, and Dogtopia's indoor playrooms are the perfect training ground for their game day moment. Get your dog in on all the action by visiting Dogtopia Jacksonville Beach Boulevard and St. John's Bluff. New to the pack? Enjoy a free day of daycare. Mention Puppy Bowl when booking to claim the offer.
Don't ignore plumbing leaks. They can lead to mold and mildew or structural damage and drain your wallet. So when you have a leak and can't wait a week, call Roland Reich Plumbing. PlumbingJacksonville.com.
Are you looking for a place to outfit your truck or van? It's Catlin Truck Accessories. For 105 years and 4 generations, Catlin is the name you can count on. This is Keith Catlin, and we know trucks and vans too. From Lear toppers, ladder racks, van shelving, strobe lighting, roll and lot bed covers, and everything in between. If you want quality products and great customer service, there's only one name. It's Catlin.
Who can you count on? Count on Catlin.
For 105 years, you can count on Catlin.
Our slogan, Know Before You Blow, applies to more than just DUI cases. Hi, I'm attorney Lee Lockett of Lockett Law. Battery charges can result in jail time and criminal convictions too, so know before you blow a gasket and hit a loved one or a stranger. Drug crimes like possession of marijuana and cocaine will land you in cuffs too, so know before you blow. In a boating under the influence case, you also have the option to blow or not to blow. So know your options. Know before you blow. Go to knowbeforeyouBlow.com now. Offices Jacksonville.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialist is now offering ortho walk-in appointments. If you have an immediate need for orthopedic care, contact Southeast Orthopedic Specialist immediately. Avoid ERs and urgent care waiting rooms. For more information, go to se-ortho.com.
Relieve pain and get back to life. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
4 years Years of dreams, dedication, and desires deliver us to this day. Catch Decision Day for college sports future stars next Wednesday. Opened by Baker Glass. No one treats you better on 1010XL.
Yo, it's your boy E to the T here with my book, and our listeners have been killing it, and we're now set for the final stretch of the road to New Orleans. My bookie is the one book that got your back. No fluff, no second guessing, just straight up action. Does your other sports book pay out when you push on a bet? My bookie does. And if you're new to the game and not sure where to start, we've got you covered. Step it up and use our promo code 1010XL, and that'll double your bankroll with a 50% deposit bonus right from jump. Here's a pro tip that'll get you rolling. The big game prop bets are going to be plentiful. So take a hard look at player props and those wacky big game props, and stack that with my bookie risk-free Thursday. So what you waiting for? There's a new risk-free odds boost every Thursday. To find the bet, click the Bet Boost tab and scroll down. If it hits, you win. If it doesn't, forget about it. My bookie refunds you your money back. Sign up now, use my promo code 1010XL, and they'll give you a 50% deposit bonus. It's the best sign-up bonus in Florida for bettors. The road to New Orleans is here for the big game. Bet anything, anytime, anywhere with my bookie. Come on, somebody.
Basketball season is back as Division I college basketball takes center stage with the UNF Ospreys. Osprey basketball returns home to UNF Arena this Wednesday, January 29th, against the Hatters from Stetson. North Florida is back home on Wednesday, January 29th against Stetson, tip-off at 7. Visit UNFospreys.com/buy tickets now to secure your seats. UNFospreys.com/buy tickets now.
Swoop, 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 swoop. The team at Hidden Hills Golf Club invites you to book your next round of golf with us. At Hidden Hills, we love the game, and we'll provide you with a memorable golf experience at one of the most unique golf courses in North Florida. Check us out at hiddenhillsgc.com.
What could you do with an extra $75,000 right now, or even a couple $100,000? If you own a home, you can get that money in less than a week with Loan Pronto. Hey, Prosser here. Loan Pronto is the leader in quickly converting your home equity into cold hard cash, so you can pay off all your credit cards or start that home remodel. Loan Pronto has several easy options to let you access the cash from your home. There's virtually no paperwork, no cumbersome process, no junk fees, often no appraisals. Listen, the average homeowner now has over $300,000 in equity. That's your money. Use it. One client got $150,000 out and paid off all their credit cards, 2 car loans, and a personal loan, cutting their monthly expenses by $1,500. You can get approved in as little as 1 day, so act now with no hard credit pull up front. LoanPronto.com or 904-999-1508. Get the money you need for anything at 904-999-1508 or just go to LoanPronto.com. Equal housing lender, NMLS 1661781, subject to lender approval, NMLSconsumeraccess.org.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. You're listening to the Daniel Murphy Power Hour, presented by ITP Partners on 1010XL.
Back here on a Beach Rose Plumbing Wednesday, I got Daniel Murphy. We were talking about these different ballparks, and they're talking about putting a casino in near the Mets Stadium. And I was telling you, Rivers Casino, Pittsburgh, right there in the stadium complex.
Is it really?
Yeah,
Does it say in front of you? Say how long it's been there?
Sorry,
I'm just really testing it right now.
You're wondering why you didn't.
I'm wondering
when you were playing there.
Well, there's old wives'
It's been a
tales.
while. I think when they redid the complex and built the stadium,
there's old stories of lads at the turn of the century get thrown out of a ball game and go to the horse track. You know what I mean? So,
Did you see the picture I sent you? The fat guy.
Yeah,
the baller.
Yeah,
450 pounds, heaviest baseball player in the history of the game.
There's a lot of mass to get into the hit. Big boy.
All right, so we were talking about how the stadiums. It's not just the stadium because you take the stadium now and you put things around the stadium. In other words,
what Shot's trying to do, what he would like to, the idea he has around here.
Yes, it was Lot J, but now it's moved on, and the Four Seasons, the hotel, the office, a lot of stuff is going up, and it's great. It's great. It's good for the city. It's good for the team. It's good for everybody. So, but the money is out of control. But Pete Alonso has played this one not well, overvalued. He almost like he got a mulligan, and he still didn't jump on it. In other words, way back when, a year or two ago, he turned down, again, 7-158, right? Been there since
2009 at the Pittsburgh
casino. Man, I wasn't paying attention.
You were playing.
I should. They were passing out money in there. I didn't grab it.
Turned down 7-158, and then he got an offer from the Mets. Right? What do we think? 370, something like that.
Yeah, get it to
which would have made him the second highest paid first baseman in the game behind Freddie Freeman
on an annual
AAV,
value. Mm-hmm.
AAV, right? And I guess Boris just keeps throwing things at him, and it's just annoyed the owner now to the point that he said at a fan day, and you said this in the break, and I think this is a great point. The Mets had their big fan day, and everybody was there, and a lot of fans were there, and the whole thing was about we want Pete. Pete is a fan favorite in New York, man. You got to understand. You know
he should be. He hits home runs and he plays every day.
Yes, he plays every day.
If you get a Pete Alonso jersey and you wear it to the ballpark, he's going to be on the menu.
Good point. And so it started with we want Pete. They started screaming, cheering. And by the end of it, they were cheering for the owner, who basically told him, we probably ain't going to have Pete.
Be okay with maybe not getting the polar bear back. That's what it's looking like. Because the negotiations have been so frustrating.
Yeah.
We feel like we're making a fair offer. And, by the end of it, they went from, chanting polar bear to cheering on Coen and the general manager or the president, Stearns, for, whatever path they chose.
You're a ball player, so give me because as a fan, I'm like, man, you did everything right for the Mets. I wish they would throw a few extra shekels your way for appreciation. But if you really want to be a Met, and you got this offer, why don't you take it?
Thinks he's going to get something. He thinks he's going to get something bigger from somewhere, maybe the Mets or somewhere else, and so he's waiting.
Okay. I don't think the Mets are coming.
It's not getting bigger, in my opinion.
Yeah.
It's not going to get any bigger than the 3 years at 75 to 80.
You know what Kenny Rogers sings? You got to know when to hold them, know when to fold them. I mean, Pete, you're messing up again. I mean, I think at some point, look, do you think he's going to get a bigger? The Blue Jays were in for him.
They were,
The reports are now that their offer is less than what the Mets offered.
And they just spent money on Santander, who has a similar skill set to Pete's.
Yes.
I can't imagine. I saw Santander because that's another guy that I thought, but of course you got to put Ozuna in the outfield if you do that. This is the saddest thing about free agent. You don't feel sad for guys making $1 trillion, but when you price yourself out of where you really want to be and end up playing for much less somewhere else, it happens all the time. They never learn.
I just don't think he was given. He doesn't have the right expectations.
You think Pete Alonso wants to go play for the Angels?
No, I think he wants to get paid. Yeah. I think he'd like to get paid by the Mets, and so he had to decide which one he wants more because he's not going to get paid like he wanted.
I guess you also have to remember that his camp before Boris thought of themselves as we are to the Mets what Aaron Judge is to the Yankees. Therefore, we should be in that stratosphere.
Just never as good as
that's not even close.
Yeah,
but that's what they thought.
Yeah, and even Pete, you could say 10 to 15 years ago when Prince Fielder and Joey Votto and Cabrera were signing these deals was supposed to get more, but because baseball and how players are evaluated now, it's not the way it works.
What is his detriment? I mean, because he's doing the home run part. What is it that keeps him from being that?
He doesn't walk.
That's it. Oh, so on bases too low.
So and
how does he compare to Olsen? Olsen much better on base.
Well, 2 years ago, because Olsen last year had struggled.
29 homers, only had a little bit more, but he still ended up hitting
Olsen's a really good defender as well. And you can say I
was just wondering about the OBP because I feel Olsen has got. I think he's a much better contact hitter. Don't get me wrong than Alonso, but he's. Also, a lot of feast or famine to him, too.
I would say, strikes out. But Olsen, you would feel better about, in my opinion, because he's left-handed. So he's going to have the platoon advantage, and he's a little more accurate, so you think it's going to age better.
Yeah.
Pete's skill set, if you were to just look at it and all kind of the data and what they just look at it, it doesn't age well. It's somebody who's, you could say, is a bit of a slower mover, which doesn't mean you can't still be productive, but he overpowers the ball. He's getting older. Doesn't run great, you wouldn't consider the best defender. What he brings is home runs and availability. And so you hope that he hits the home runs in the right moments.
It sounds like a again, if he were a pitcher, he'd be a really good, solid 3 or 4 starter.
That's how the market's viewing him right now.
But yet,
maybe it should.
This guy has more home runs in baseball.
But that pump is so hard to hit, and it has value.
It has value.
But as other guys start hitting
because
more
he
homers,
won't for the next 4.
Well,
that's the problem with getting the money. The next 4, he won't have more homers than anybody in baseball. It'd be like if he's top 10. 20.
He's going to. He's going to.
Very similar to Olsen in the numbers.
Is it?
Like, what number would you want to know if
on base percentage?
Okay. Last year, Matt Olson 333, career 349.
And then what's Pete?
Pete last year 329,
career
339.
So 10 points.
10 points.
All right.
It's very similar. OPS
defender though. And platoon advantage.
He's a much better hitter. I don't know
just
what
think of aging. Like
he's just a better hitter. He goes to all. I mean,
he gets to face righties,
yes.
man. When you are left-handed and you face righties, you're going to be better probably than a righty.
Yeah.
It's just
yeah.
It's
where
easy
are
to
they on
stick your
career
nose in
home runs? Does Alonso have more?
Well, Alonso
because Olsen's played a couple more years.
Yeah, 226 for Pete, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 years. And Olsen has 259 in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 years.
8 full years.
Yeah,
that first year.
I didn't count his. I didn't count his first.
Yeah.
So yeah.
It's similar. I thought they were similar. That's kind of why I asked.
And they were
a
talking
little more athletic. I feel a little better with Olsen because
he looks like he moves.
He looks
better.
like an athlete.
Maybe he doesn't, but he looks like he moves better.
Pete is not a bad first baseman.
No,
he's not horrible.
No, and he works hard, and he's gotten much better.
He scoops about everything.
Yeah, well said.
He can scoop them.
He does pick some stuff out.
Yeah,
but like as somebody who would drop on a jump on a baseball like a hand grenade, Pete's got some of that to him as well. We just jump on it like he's heading into a pool. I do the same thing, like Superman on it, and then you just dig it out of your shirt and try to send it to some of your teammates.
If he was a football player, he'd be one of the meatheads. That's just how he carries himself, like a C+ student, right? He's just that guy. He runs.
Like I've done it too. You dive for a ball that like hits you in your armpit, and you're like, hey. You probably, I don't know if you had to dive for it. Hit you right
like when
the
guy jumps for the ball and then catches it in his face.
By the way, just for the record, Pete has 17 career steals. Matt Olsen has 8.
Yeah, Matt is not fast. Nor will he steal.
It is fascinating.
I'm going to ask you a question, Daniel. I'm going to ask you 2 questions here. I mean, I appreciate all the Mets talk. We get plenty of it.
We do.
Let me interject. I tell you, you can have 1 of 3 pitchers. Who are you taking? And you're the Braves, and that does matter. It matters what situation you're putting guys in. Of these 3 pitchers, who would be most advantageous for the Braves? Max Scherzer, Flaherty, or Quintana?
I would go Scherzer.
Scherzer, you would. Because he's the opposite of what you like, and that's guys in. You feel like Quintana, you can throw him out there, or was he injured with y'all?
No, Q was pretty healthy.
Yeah, right.
Quintana was pretty healthy.
Is Quintana not? Is he not a left-handed Charlie Morton?
I would say not quite. Like when I think of Charlie, I think that he can get a strikeout.
Yeah,
and
he is a strikeout pitcher.
I don't think of Quintana
Charlie Morton had years in Charlie Morton had years in Atlanta as the 4 starters, top 3 in the NL strikeouts. He is definitely a strikeout.
I like Scherzer. Even though I think you'll probably, if you were to bet, get less innings and production out of him, but I feel like I could get Flaherty or Quintana at the trade deadline if I needed to.
Someone like that.
If Max ends up being healthy,
how old? Okay, what are our? Like,
he ain't going a whole year.
What's
he ain't giving you 30
starts.
Just
that's scary because
you're paying him for 15.
Amen. Who gives you 30 starts?
Not many.
Not Dodgers don't either.
The Braves would now if they like some. I think a lot of teams if they took a Scherzer might be on some sort of plan to make sure he's healthy at the end. But the Braves would almost be the opposite.
Okay, so
I need a fast first start before Strider gets back, and
then in that case I would take
even more.
I would take either Quintana or Flaherty. Probably give me Quintana because he's left-handed.
Okay.
I would go.
I think
Quintana.
They've got to pick up one of these guys, right? They can't. I mean,
they will.
Quintana gets in stretches where he's really good. It'll be like a 5-6 game stretch where you'll look up and he'll say,
I wouldn't hate him.
Quintana has an ERA of 1.75 over these last 5. And you're like, damn.
I wouldn't hate it as a 4th
But generally speaking, what you're going to get from Quintana is 5 to 6.
That's Charlie Morton.
With about 4 runs.
Yes.
That's what you're going to
100%.
Yeah.
And the first 4 will be scoreless.
I wonder if, and then I feel like, because the way Quintana would get there is that, like when he's going good, he adds a couple more strikeouts, and all of the when the balls get hit off of him, they're at people. I wonder when Charlie goes sideways if he just starts walking people. like Morton, because like Quintana, he needs the balls that are hit to go. I mean, we all do, but he doesn't strike anybody out. So when he gets in a good stretch, they're defending for him, and he's probably been a good fortune.
I juiced him up at Wrigley. He threw a beauty at Wrigley when I was up there. Gave up like one run, and they beat the Japanese guy who had been
the left-hander
smoking him. So let's do that. I want to say this before we go to break. Turn back to football, because this is stunning to me. All right, I don't know how this happened, because this would be like in baseball if the dude came and at the MLB workout, this 19-year-old kid just came and threw it 109 miles an hour.
Mm-hmm. Dennis Quaid style? Like teacher?
Yes. Dylan Gabriel threw a football at Senior Bowl practice 74.9 miles per hour, the fastest thrown ball in pre-draft testing ever. For reference, Dylan Gabriel.
I just don't know
I don't believe it. Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes, Joe Milton, 62.
62?
62.
The record?
That's their fastest speed. I don't care. Oh. Dylan Gabriel, no chance. And I think 63 or 4 is this is like 10 miles. How is this possible?
Well, it's a great question if that's reality. I can tell you that the skill of throwing a football 73 miles an hour to me would be the akin of the skill to be able to throw a basketball 500 feet in the air. I mean, a 73 mile an hour pass is going to do you no good at any point.
I don't know though, if I'm on this hash and I can get it out there that fast. That's in my playbook.
I can't catch a 74 mile an hour pass.
Oh yes, you can.
Like Jared Lorenzen,
be careful,
breaking hands.
I'm shocked. And they said his stock jumped. They said he threw the prettiest ball of any quarterback there. His accuracy was
he was good in Oregon.
Impressive.
I mean, it's kind of surprising that he doesn't get any love. He's smallish, right?
But I mean, I never thought of him.
But if he's that strong arm, we got to have another talk.
Yes.
I mean, if that's accurate.
I'm saying if he throws a ball like that, and he throws it that pretty, and he can make all these throws, because again, in Oregon, it's the quick ones, right? Mm-hmm. That's what they do. But if he can do that, this guy should be a first-round pick.
I don't disagree.
Yeah, because the question would be the arm strength.
Well, because he was always known for that. I kind of assumed he was a lighter-armed, accurate quarterback.
Because he has everything. He won. His stats are unbelievable. So what? And no, it was like, he's a fifth-round pick at best. This guy's 74. I need more. I need to know. I want to see it. I don't believe it. I need to know.
There's something about that left-handed deal.
Yeah, I don't care.
But there just is.
I know.
You just look at them different. It just looks like it's coming out different. It's slower. And
do like they did with Tua.
Lefties are goofy to begin with. It's just true.
Do like they did with Tua. Flip him and just pretend he's throwing from the right side.
Yeah. Tua throws like a right.
Yeah, here it is. The best.
It's unbelievable.
He has the best lefty arm since Aroldis Chapman, somebody. 74. I'm seeing it too. 74.9 today, according to the Senior Bowl. The combine record is 62 by Josh Allen.
That's wild.
Come on, man.
12, 13.
Nobody goes 12 miles.
No.
Well, I'm sure that he. I'm sure he didn't just throw it once, and they said, "Okay, 74." I'm sure he replicated it.
Well, this is like.
I mean, you don't just
feel like a baseball guy throwing 115.
Yeah, I mean,
but I'm just saying that they would not be. Either they had a malfunction, and they're going to announce, and that's. Well, then this is very, very irresponsible to go texting this out like we've hit 75 today.
All right, we got to take a break. We'll come back with more Murphy Power Hour. Wrap it up right after this.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. Follow the JU Dolphins on 1010XL.
Number 1 in the ASUN. The Dolphins are back at historic Swisher Gym for First Responders Night. JU Florida Gulf Coast. Tonight at 7 on 1010 AM.
Hey, imagine having a doctor available to you any day and any time. That's my doctor, Rick Townsend. I've been going to Doc T for a couple decades now, and he's decided to take a leap into a new and exciting, more personal world of concierge medicine. And you're darn right I went with him. Why? Bunch of reasons why. First off, he's a great doctor. But, you're not feeling well. I call Doc T. I call the office. I call Michelle. I say, hey, I'm not feeling well. Come on in. Right? Medical emergency. Here's his personal phone number. He gets right back to you 7 days a week. It's like being a member of an exclusive golf club, but the cost will surprise you. Like I said, Navy trained, graduated from Wake Forest, unbelievable doctor. So whether it's yearly physicals, office or virtual visits, cancer screenings, referrals to specialists, hospital follow-ups, Doc T's got you covered. You got questions, mypvconcierge.com has all the answers. mypvconcierge.com. homerism.com.
Rev up your life with luxury at Vaughn Motor Group on San Jose Boulevard. Right now, used car prices are 12% lower than their peak in April of 2022, making this the perfect time to drive home in a dream car. Specializing in luxury used vehicles, offering you elegance at prices that are finally coming back down to earth. See special listings in the newspaper every Saturday or online at vaughnmotorgroup.com for a complete inventory listing. If you can dream it, you can drive it at Vaughn Motor Group.
Transform your bathroom with stunning shower glass from Sky Glass Solutions in Jacksonville Beach. For a free quote, call 904-608-5151 or visit skyglasssolutions.com.
DivorceMenOnly.com. This is Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Our firm specializes in representing men in family law. That's all we do. That's our only focus. We can help with all of your family law needs, such as divorce, custody, alimony, and child support. For over a decade, we have helped thousands of men with these types of issues. We even have an appellate division ready to challenge a judge's ruling. If you need a family law attorney, go to DivorceMenOnly.com. DivorceMenOnly.com. Offices, Jacksonville.
Aunt Linda clogged the guest bathroom. Your nephew thought the AC was a snow machine. And let's not even talk about the kitchen sink after that turkey grease incident. Ooh.
Congratulations, your family finally left, but the mess stayed behind.
Don't worry. Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic, and Air Conditioning can fix it all. From backed up pipes to overworked AC units, we've got you covered.
Start the new year fresh, because your house deserves it.
Call Duck Rooter today at 904-862-6769. When you're stuck, call the Duck. Right now, get $50 off any service of $150 or more.
Hey, Hicken here for Prize Picks. Download the app today and use code JAX, J-A-X, to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. That's promo code JAX to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks, man. Run your game.
This Date in Sports History is brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
On January 29, 1936, the first players were elected into the Baseball Hall of Fame. Ty Cobb, Babe Ruth, Honus Wagner, Christy Mathewson, and Walter Johnson.
I'm here with Clayton Bromberg of Underwood Jewelers. Clayton, you have told us about buying better quality diamonds, but is there any way to start with a smaller diamond and use it to trade up to a larger diamond later on?
Frank, it's interesting you'd ask that because our founder, H.F. Underwood, popularized growing your diamond here in Jacksonville about 50 years ago, and it's something we still do today. When a customer buys an Underwood engagement ring or solitaire diamond pendant or a pair of ear studs, we guarantee they get the price they paid for it on the purchase of any larger diamond. Now, a lot of stores would say, big deal. We do that too, but here's the Underwood difference. We guarantee you get what you paid when you trade in your Underwood diamond, even if you're trading up by only $1. It's not that you have to trade up 2 for 1 like most jewelers ask. There have been literally thousands of people in the Jacksonville area who have taken advantage of our policy, and Underwood still grows a lot of diamonds for a lot of people.
Underwood's, serving excellence since 1928. In San Marco, Avondale, and the shops of Ponte Vedra.
E.T. here, and Twin Peaks is the best in the game. Here, your favorite drafts are poured at a frosty 29 degrees, and rare barrel-aged whiskeys are served just the way you want them. It's bigger game days and bolder fight nights. I mean, where else can you find Scratch Kitchen that always comes in the clutch every day from lunch to late night? Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar. Hit a home run for happy hour and ask your Twin Peaks girl about local specials on drafts, cocktail shots, and more. Come on, somebody.
This is Hayes Carline for First Florida Credit Union. I bank with First Florida Credit Union because I trust them. I can always count on them when it comes to the vast services they provide. First Florida Credit Union was voted Best Credit Union in the 2024 Best of Bold City Community Choice Awards, and it's easy to see why. I go to the branch off 210 in St. Johns County and the new Durbin location, but they have 10 branches in the Jacksonville area. You need to be banking with First Florida Credit Union. They're enriching people every day. Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Opportunity Lender.
Attention men and women. If you would like to get your hair back, then you need to listen to some of our clients. John in Orange Park.
IHRS showed me what was causing my hair loss and helped stop it.
Call IHRS now at 904-777-IHRS. Find out how to grow your hair back with a free hair and scalp examination. Mike from Bay Meadows.
I finally found the most experienced company who could restore my hair. Now I have hair where I had none before.
Results guaranteed. Diane from Ponte Vedra.
Now I have what lotions couldn't give me. Thick, beautiful hair.
Find out why you're losing your hair and how to grow your hair back. Call 904-777-IHRS for a limited time free hair and scalp examination.
Now my hair will grow for the rest of my life. Thanks, IHRS.
Thank you, IHRS.
Thanks, IHRS, for giving me my hair back.
Hurry and receive a free hair and scalp examination and get 2 weeks of laser treatments for free. Call IHRS at 904-777-IHRS. That's 904-777-4477. Hairforme.com.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, the Cool Down with Donovan Air Electric and Plumbing. Keeping Jack's cool since 1987.
Time to cool down a little bit from a busy day, happening day. I got to cool down from a lot. Murph, what are you cooling down from?
I am.
Are you relaxed?
Yeah, I'm relaxing and settling into, the Buccaneers are second best, and they don't have their offensive coordinator. He's our skipper now, and it was nice to take over the NFL news cycle for a day or two.
It was nice.
It was theater at its finest, and I was glad we got our guy. I mean, for Shad, who I thought did a really good job in the interview yesterday. I enjoyed it. Identifying that Trevor, how important he is to us and how we've committed to him and him to us, and that's what made Coen so valuable.
Our good friend John Shipley has penned an article about the Jaguars ushering a new era with Liam Coen and looking at this sort of how it went with Albert Breer, detail exactly the kind of impact Balky had on candidates like Coen, Johnson, and Aaron Glenn. So obviously Balky's presence was a factor. As I'd heard it, I guess this is from Breer, Johnson's camp did get the impression from Coen the Jaguars would consider moving on from Balky to land the OC. Also, Glenn's camp expressed some desire to bring a personnel guy along if the Lions DC were to take the job, and Balky balked at that because of how it affect his number two, Tom Gamble. After all that, one thing I did hear was that Balky did have a real conversation to his credit with ownership, not wanting to be an impediment anymore. So maybe it just got to be too much for him, and ultimately it's best for both parties.
Yeah, it would have been easy to keep. It would have been easy to keep his job. I mean, it would have been very easy. Do better. Pick better.
For sure.
And so you can't
that part of it,
Yeah.
But on the way out,
good for him though. That flies in the face of like how we can the ugly rumors about him.
Yeah.
And if that's accurate, and he took the high road, look, man, I don't want to hold you back anymore, but I think I can get it done, but I can't go. So good for him.
I'm not in the business of trying to burn somebody out on the way out of here. Like you were here to do a job. We wanted you to do better. You wish you would have done better, but best of luck to you. Sincerely moving forward.
I'm good with that.
Yeah, onwards and upwards for all of us.
Did I meant to get this during the baseball talk, so I'm gonna give me what your profile. What do you think about him?
It's good depth. It's a good player.
What are the thoughts within the league, and tell me how this happens. It's alarming for fans when you see like this hugely polarizing career. I mean, literally, 2 years ago in 2023 had like the lowest WAR of any qualified player, and then last year he has a career high. He's an all-star, a silver slugger, 24 homers. Because if you're a Braves fan, you hope the switch flipped. He's about to be 30 home run guy for the next 5 years.
You can even maybe go further back than that. Like he's former 1-1 prospect, like top prospect with the Rangers coming through.
Yeah,
and so it took
31 now though. Does that apply anymore?
I think only in maybe that as he creates higher ceilings.
Okay.
It's not as unexpected maybe because...
Would you consider that a quality signing? Did that one
I think
catches your eye? You see that? Okay, that's something needed. That's not Brian De La Cruz.
No. I think he's closer to what he was last year in San Diego than he was in Denver and in Colorado the year before.
Okay.
Yes. And so I think it is a good signing.
Especially when you've got, it's going to be a while for Acuna. He won't be starting right out the gates.
It's a bit of help for... Kelnick? Kelnick as well too, because Profar's a switch hitter.
Yeah, I'm not big on Kelnick. I try to like him. We'll see. What did he end up hitting? 250. He didn't have a terrible year. He just didn't have a kind of year you want out of a.
But that's another one with the
player.
Prospect pedigree that isn't even as long ago.
Yeah, I know. And he was okay. I mean, he had moments. He wasn't terrible, and he wasn't the kind of turkey that he seemed to be everywhere else, as far as attitude and that kind of thing, or at least not publicly.
Broke his hand when he was out in Seattle punching
not with
something.
Not
hitting a human, but
sure. Right.
A little bit of petulance.
He hit the wall, I think.
I mean, he was terrible.
Kelnick?
1545, 230 average. corner outfield. You get a 450
He had some
plate
stretches.
appearances. That ain't good enough in this day and age.
No.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So Profar is an upgrade.
And that's
as we call it.
they could
Big time.
Yeah, you could caddy him. I mean, Profar can get lefties and
I guess my point is I think De La Cruz may end up playing more than Kelenic. I mean, De La Cruz had a 24. I mean, De La Cruz and Profar had similar years last year, believe it or not.
Kelenic is one of those amazing, and this absolutely has to be, Murph, and I'll get your opinion, but Kelenic has to be because of where he was chosen in the draft.
Mm-hmm.
Because if he got
a lot of opportunities.
If he was a seventh-round draft pick, he would be.
Yeah.
I don't know where. Maybe not in the bigs. I don't know.
No, I think that, definitely the idea, him being a first rounder, and also at how he's still pretty cheap as well too. And you get the years of control.
He's still pretty
so you get an opportunity.
And you must see something
to
in there.
bet on his upside. He's left-handed.
Okay.
So you get left-handed hitter.
He has a little bit of pop.
Yeah,
A little bit of pop.
Went 10th overall, and he was a part of the deal for Robbie Cano. And,
he doesn't do anything really good. He's just an average player.
Mm-hmm. He's gonna.
What was his WAR? Was it even above replacement?
Yeah,
I think he's gonna strike out. Like that's gonna spook. Like the strikeouts. Think of
133 strikeouts
and 400 and something at bats. Think of it.
286 on base percentage.
Yeah, that's no walking at all.
He hit
Somebody who
leadoff
doesn't
some,
walk,
and he hit leadoff some.
That's no walking and no hits kind of either.
Yeah,
but the strikeouts, we used to I explained it this way. It's like pulling if you're going to throw enough at bats in the trash can, you know what I mean? For not paying attention or just, being a human being. But the more that you can focus and put the balls in play, it's almost like pulling some of those ones back on your peers,
right.
If that makes sense.
Put it in play.
Just get it moving forward.
Right.
And
I think that's fair. I think that's a good point.
But no, I think the Profar signing is a really good one for the Braves. I think he adds a lot of versatility to him. It's like a trade deadline acquisition in the offseason.
Listen, for the Braves, the Braves got absolutely smoked by injuries last year. I remember saying last year I've never followed a team where it just got as bad as it
One
did.
last thing, is it time to can we let's get rid of the Pro Bowl?
Once it's beyond time.
I mean,
people enough are saying no to it. I mean, they're declining it. Russell Wilson's
guys
a Pro
get to
Bowler
be
this
Pro
year.
Bowlers. Drake May Pro Bowl. I mean, it's beyond ridiculous.
I don't think
There's
anyone
no game.
disagrees.
No.
We have a game.
Again, it's the tug of war and Jenga games.
I don't know enough.
Watch him go down there, watch him play charades.
I guess it'll end when the Mannings say, you know what, we're not coming this year.
Yeah,
I think it's almost worse all the other stuff. If you just played a flag football tournament, I think it'd go over better. It's all the others. I don't know. Maybe it's better. We're just old and don't give it a chance. Maybe if we watched throwing the fastest ball or hitting through the targets, we'd enjoy it. I don't.
How much does it play into Hall of Fame voting? Your Pro Bowl acquisition?
Well, it shouldn't anymore.
It shouldn't. That's what to your point. Because I heard you guys talking about Freddie T.
Yeah. I don't. That's frustrating.
Back in the day, it was an honor to go to the Pro Bowl. You went and you played football.
Yeah.
Because the reason now it's no one goes.
Right.
Like before, if you were an alternate status in 1996 carried a lot more than it does now. Because back then, maybe one guy would fall out. Now the whole roster goes.
Yeah.
I mean, Drake May and Russell Wilson?
Oof.
Come on.
Murph, good to see you, my man.
Yeah, thank you.
Appreciate it. E, get us out of here.
The 2-minute drill. Serviced by Cool Cats Heating and Cooling. Locally owned and operated. We're your neighbors. Find the coolest cats in town at coolcatsjacks.com.
What's up, Tone?
What's going on, guys?
What do you got cooking on a Hump Day Wednesday?
We'll have Matt Miller on with us. We'll discuss the draft coming up here from ESPN. As we got all kinds of, we got Senior Bowl going on this week. Everything's happening there with the NFL draft process. We got our mock drafts. We're doing it every Wednesday, so we'll go through our full 7-round mock drafts on the show.
All right.
And get everyone else's if they want to send them in with us as well. And our question of the day today asking, is there a player that it makes sense for the Jaguars to trade up for in the 2025 NFL Draft? Your options, Travis Hunter, Abdul Carter, somebody else, or not worth trading up this year?
Good question. We'll go see if we're going to go out back and see if we can throw a football 74 miles an hour.
How about 7.4 miles per hour?
That's what I meant.
Yeah.
You know what's funny? Hearing you guys talk about that right at the end of the show, I actually like the skills competition stuff at the Pro Bowl.
Do you?
That's kind of fun. To me, the flag football game
We don't
is
need
whatever. The Pro Bowl has always been nothing.
Yeah.
Like, it's never really been a football game.
It's been a while.
Right.
Back in the day,
like
it was.
it's kind of like baseball has always had the purest all-star game in the sports. Like, it's just the NBA's not really an NBA game.
No.
You know,
Yeah, for
like
sure.
it is what it is. And if you love the NBA, you can enjoy the All-Star game. But you're not going to draw a lot of people
See, it's funny
outside of
because
that.
I like, in the NBA, I like Saturday night instead of the game. I'd rather watch the three-point
skills
contest
competition, yeah.
than anything.
Which is more what the Pro Bowl's become.
This is all due to the extraordinary salaries and the money that's taken over. I mean, you just can't afford to get guys hurt, and people don't want to go. Or believe it or
One
not,
guy tears his ACL on a beach, and we just can't do it anymore.
Murph, before you leave the studio, you know, and you may be aware of this, maybe you aren't. If you're not, this will fascinate you. You know, back in the day, the reigning Super Bowl champion would play a college all-star team in June.
Yes.
The Pittsburgh Steelers would go out on some
college
rogue field somewhere and play a college
And they play a
all-star
couple
game.
times in the rain.
And they would play. Like the players, the starters, not like guys wearing Steeler uniforms. Here comes Bradshaw and Ham.
It's where the NFL used to be.
It's crazy, man. It really is. All
Have a
right.
great show. Thank you.
Jaguars Today's coming up next. It's been a Beach Rose Plumbing Wednesday.